All right, welcome you guys. Okay, Julio, if I don't start with you, your son said he's gonna haunt me. So, let's go to you first.
Can you hear me, Tracy?
I can hear you just
Okay,
fine.
good.
Okay, now the only reason I know for sure this is your son is because when you first came in and you said hello to me, I see the young man behind you going, hi, and you're like, that's my son.
That's
He
my
was
boy.
going, hi, hello again, is what he was saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do know that I've read for you before at some point. I don't because he's saying hello again, but I don't remember anything else. So we're going to connect and see what he has to say. Is that who you wanted to focus on? I should ask that first.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay. Both feet flat on the ground, sir. Then what I want you to do is when I'm done talking, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Interesting. Okay, so here we go. Your son's not stepping forward alone. He steps forward and I have some pain in my stomach. Um, I taste blood, which is my sign for tragedy. Doesn't necessarily mean there was blood. It just means that the passing was very traumatic. There's a lot of distorted energy around his passing. Distorted energy comes from pain, grief, or trauma around somebody's passing, which distorts the energy field a little bit, making it trickier for me to connect to. Kind of like water will distort sound. You can still hear underwater, but it will sound like this. So there is a lady, well, there's a gentleman there too, but she's pushing him back, saying it's her turn. I don't know if this is your mom, your grandma, his grandma. I heard grandma. She's stepping forward with him because there's not as much grief or anxiety around her passing, so I can see her easily. But I'm starting with him. How do you understand how he's showing me that he passed? He's making
Yes.
my face very itchy as well, I should say, which is my sign of disfiguration or that I did not look at the end of my life the way that I did through most of it.
Yes.
How do you understand this? How did he pass?
He was murdered.
Got ya. Is that why I feel it in my stomach?
That's why.
And when you said that, he goes, and there was blood. You're not just tasting it, there was blood.
Yes.
You know what he also shows me is the J, though, which is for justice. When you say he was murdered, he shows me the J, and he's like showing me the justice train is pumping up. Is I don't know if that means that his murderer was already put away or that things are pumping up to bring this person to justice. How do you
Yes.
understand that?
So, a few months back, they acquitted this person of first-degree murder. So now the district attorney is charging him with second-degree murder. And the last time we had spoken back in September, he had mentioned that there is going to be justice. So I guess he's just clarifying that now.
Yeah. And when you said that it got knocked down to second degree murder, he said it's a good thing, Dad. It's a good thing because if they try to go for first degree murder and I don't know what you call that they have to prove that it was that, and that's harder to prove. But second degree murder is easier to prove, so he's guaranteed to be behind bars. Does that make
Okay, great.
sense?
Yes.
Now, who's the mother figure with him? Because all I hear is grandma. Is your
That
mom
that
on
would
the other side?
that would be my mom. That would be my mama.
She's not letting him go, you understand. They are
Yes.
absolutely together on the other side. She's got like a grip on him. She's like, my baby now. And she's teasing you.
Yeah.
But they also have a rose, which is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. I feel like I'm going March or May because I see MA. Who's got the birthday, the anniversary, or the date that happens once a year?
Well, actually, my grandson, his name is Julian, and that's my son's little boy, and his birthday was yesterday.
Damn. Okay. He's wishing him a happy birthday. And
Yeah.
he's also saying, thank you, Dad. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I don't know what you did for the little guy, but he's like, I saw that. Thank you, Dad.
Well, when I spoke to him Sunday night or Saturday night, I'm sorry, we talked a little bit, and I sent him some pictures when he was young, when he was a little baby, and then I just brought up the fact that I told him, did you want me to send you some pictures of your dad? He goes, yeah, yeah, you know. So I sent him some pictures, and then I told him that I was going to speak with you today, and I said, would you want some, do you want to say something to your dad? And he kind of hesitated and says, just tell my dad I love him and I miss him.
He's thanking you for having that conversation. He's thanking you for reminding him that he's always around and he's always listening. Did your son smoke by any chance?
He did.
Because I can smell cigarette smoke around him and he blew it at you. So do you ever smell cigarette smoke out of the blue when you're not smoking? Or, oh, he said that. Do you smoke?
I used to, but I quit. It's been 5 years now. I quit smoking and drinking.
So do you ever smell it out of the blue? It's like, where does that come from? And then it's gone again?
I've smelt it before, and I know that it was him.
Absolutely, it was. Does he have a sister? I'm hearing sister, 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 sister.
Yes, we Valerie, my daughter, she was with us. She was with me when we talked with you back in September.
He put the heart around the two of you. I saw distance or space, and then he put the heart around the two of you. The heart is my symbol for healing and reconnection. So, is she a distance or space away?
Uh, no, she's at work. But she just lives up the street, not too far from here. She's a registered nurse.
Got ya. So he's emphasizing healing and reconnection, healing and reconnection. But I'm not in your life to know exactly what that means. So let me just ask for a little more clarity. Do I understand this in that she didn't want to go to work? Like she would have wanted to be here with you today? Because he's like, it's okay. We're reconnected. I'm talking to her just as much as I'm talking to you. Even though she's a distance away, we're all together right here and
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. She deals with she works as a nurse in the hospice, so she's dealing with a lot of people that are passing, and we talked a little bit about that yesterday, and it's just what I did is I just let her know because I don't want to be bugging her about coming over here to come in and speak with you because she's got a lot going on in her mind too. She's got a lot of things going on.
Well, and this is what I mean when I say they're talking to you, not me. They will show me the sign or symbol, but I'm not in your life to know exactly what they're talking about. He's trying to help her heal through whatever this is that she feels disconnected by. As you talk about her job and stuff, I'm not sure I know that she has a lot of like emotional energy around that, but it's something even more than that. It's like he's trying to reconnect her with the people that love her and support her and get her in that energy of love and support.
Yeah, she really the last time that we were here talking to you in September when she had told me that she really had a hard time dealing with it. And I guess she doesn't really show too much emotion, but that's what it is she's having to deal with it and there's no closure. Although that, my son is never going to come back, but she's just looking for closure, for this person to get, for us to get justice.
It's coming. It's coming. He's showing me that justice train is moving so fast, nothing can stop it now. And it's interesting because when you said it got knocked down from first degree to second degree, that's exactly what he means by that. Is that if it was first degree, the onus to prove that is harder, but now that it's second degree, it's like slam dunk. He keeps
Yeah.
talking about the tattoo, the tattoo, the tattoo. Who
I,
got the
I
tattoo
didn't,
for him?
I knew he was going to say something about that because I just been I've been procrastinating is what I've been doing. Uh, my daughter's got a tattoo on her neck, and he's wanting me to get a tattoo, and he's calling me a chicken, and it's like I don't I'm already getting old, and just getting a tattoo hurts a lot. You know what I mean? And so I knew I should have gotten it because I knew he was going to bring it up.
You know what, though? When they say something like that, it doesn't mean that they want you to run out and get it. What it means is that he knows that you've been thinking about it. He wants you to
Yeah,
know he can hear your thoughts, and he's honored just by the thought. If that's outside of your comfort zone, don't go get that. He's not going to feel slighted by that, but he is
yeah.
going to tease the shit out of you every time you come because that's his
I know.
personality.
I know.
He just gave you a hug and um are you and mom separated? Are you still together?
Oh no, me and his mom?
Yes.
Oh no, she remarried.
Okay, that's what I thought. You see me doing this because he's showing me distance or space between the two of you. Um,
Yeah.
but I do feel a friendship there.
Well, it was rough between us, and for reasons like that, I just stayed away and I didn't want to deal with it. And it's just having to deal with it and having my kids involved in that and stuff like that. And for something like that, I stay away from it.
But you've it from what because he's showing me this, which is my symbol for pride, being very proud of you. And I don't know what her involvement in this trial has been or in this situation, but he's very proud of the way that you have handled this. He said it gave respect to in the entire family. I don't feel like you've secluded her from anything. I feel like you've been very open and willing to let her do it whatever way she wants to do it. And for
Yeah.
that, he's incredibly proud of you.
Yeah, I don't, for the most part, she's got a life to live and she's married and that's all good. I'm all good with that. And yes, she does and she's been involved with the case and stuff like that, as well as myself. And I leave it at that. I'm not going to do anything to damper or make her life, a living hell or anything. No, I wouldn't do that. That's just
Some
not
guys
me.
would. You have to
Yeah.
understand that your
No, I
son is
know.
just incredibly proud of the father that you are. That speaks volumes to your character.
Yes.
He goes, but come on, Dad, you can't stay single forever. You got to get out there and start dating. Come on. He's trying to
I
line it up
know.
for you.
I know. It's been hard. Being a combat veteran has been really hard for me.
Yeah.
On top of my son being gone and stuff like that. It's just my mom, my brother who passed away in last December. So all that is piled up on me, and I'm just trying to deal with it, and I don't think I'm ready to date until after we deal with my son's case.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fair for me to hold all this anger and animosity and stuff like that, and then have to go and channel it somewhere else. I don't think that's right, and I don't think it's fair.
When you talk about this case, I still see MA. Is this coming up in May?
Uh, in something like that, yes. I have it here. Matter of fact, I looked at it the other night. March, no, March, April, May, yeah, April, May, or something like that. Yeah, you're right.
You're almost through that.
Yeah,
Your son is
I've
going to
been
be
very
with you
patient.
every step of the way.
Yeah, it's been a challenge. It's been really hard, but I got to stay positive and patient about it, and just let it take its course,
Yeah.
and have faith in God and say, if it doesn't happen, then we tried.
And
You
keep
know,
reminding yourself he is still here. He's just invisible, so high vibrational you can't see him with your physical eyes. But he said that's why you saw a double take of him. Ooh. So you saw him when you were out and about, somebody that looked just like him and had to do a double take?
yeah, I haven't seen and no, I haven't not lately. But then again, I don't really pay attention.
Pay
I'm kind of just
attention. See, your
I'm
loved
kind
ones
of
don't
about
have
just
a
doing my
meat
own thing.
suit. He doesn't have a meat suit anymore for you to see him physically. So, what
Yeah.
he has to do with his energy is line you up with the sign or the symbol that contains the message he wants you to have. So, when you're
Uh-huh.
out and about, and this goes for all of you, I want to remind you guys that it's not an accident in the people that show up for these readings. And Spirit isn't going to repeat themselves and tell you all the same message again and again and again. So, if you hear a message for somebody else that sounds like it's for you too, it is. And the thing about this is, I want you guys to understand the red car analogy. So, what that means is that people tend to pass spirit communication off as fluke, random, or chance. And there is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance in this universe. There is coincidence, but co means together. An incident is a happening, it is together happenings. It is your loved ones in spirit guiding you along the way using together happenings. But the problem is, if you are tuned into fluke, random, or chance, or believe in fluke, random, or chance, they'll just go right over your head. For example, think about the last time that you drove your car. How many red cars did you see on the road? I bet you don't know because you weren't looking for them. But if I said to you, I'll give you $50 for every red car you see the next time you drive in your car, you're going to know exactly how many cars you see, aren't you?
Yeah.
If you understand what you're looking for and that there is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance, you will start seeing him here and now. He's not gone, he's just invisible.
Great point.
He's pulling his energy back. He's like, I love you, Dad. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And he's so glad that you came here. And he is like, you don't have to go get that tattoo. Just know that he knows that you've thought about it. And he's honored that you would even think about it for him.
Yeah. Great.
All right. I'm going to let him pull his energy back, but I hope that was helpful.
Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome. Annette, I got to come to you because you also have a son on the other side and your energy feels low a little bit today. I just want to hug you. I'm not sure what's going on, but are you okay?
I'm good. I actually thought I was coming in today more positive than I ever have.
Oh, good. Maybe it's just grief that like you're missing your son as well. I can feel that because all I can
I
feel
could
is,
definitely, feel it for him. So maybe that's what you're feeling. My heart goes out to his story.
yeah. Okay. Do you have a focus or it's your son that you want to connect to?
Yeah.
I'm on a Zoom meeting right now.
Oh, yeah. Check
Oh,
with you later.
Yeah, come back.
who's-
Hour.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
There we go. See, this is why I tell you guys to mute yourselves, but sometimes they accidentally come off. Okay. Is it somebody's birthday? All I can hear is, it's my birthday and I'll cry if I want to. Interesting. Ready? Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Oh, he's got his bags packed. Where are you guys going? You're going on a trip somewhere. He's like, you ain't forgetting me. And I see a suitcase. He's going with you. And then my spirit flashes like that. And just for anybody that's new here, when the camera flashes, that's called spiritual emphasis. Spirit will use their energy and do a ding, a bing, a horn honk, or a flash to emphasize what was just said. Where are you guys going?
We literally just came back yesterday. And he was definitely with us the whole time, and it was great.
Do you go like south, like somewhere warm? Because he's showing me sand.
We did. We went to Grenada in the Caribbean, and it was in the sand. It was very warm. It was beautiful.
I'm so glad you knew he was there. He's like showing me that his heart was full. It's interesting because he said that you guys were talking to him the whole time. And I saw the birds in the sky, like I saw feathers and shiny shells, like shiny shells. What is that? He's
Sorry.
not
Um,
happy.
this trip, he was supposed to go with us, and so we kept putting it off. And so, um, it was extremely emotional. But the first night we were there, we went down to the beach and it was getting dark and we saw all these bioluminescent fish. And it was totally like being in The Little Mermaid. I mean, it was like Disney magical. And we just felt like that was the first, we were like, okay, Nick's here. He's with us. And so, yeah, I just love that that's the first thing that he says.
It's funny. I thought they were seashells because, like, I've never seen, what did you call them? Like
They were
neon fish?
bioluminescent. It was
Yes.
just like these blue sparkles all in the water. It was gorgeous. It was really magical.
Wow. Who's got the birthday? Oh, I think maybe the rose is like because I just figured it out because you were supposed to take that trip with him. It was an important day. But there's also a birthday coming up. I'm going to April.
Well, his birthday is actually next week. Yeah.
And who's in April?
In April, gosh, I can't think of any April birthdays, but it may be his sister because his sister's May 1st.
Oh, there you go. Close
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
And you guys, he's like, and I'm getting cake for my birthday this year. You're
He
making him a
is.
cake or buying him one?
Yeah, we're actually we're getting together with a lot of family and we're gonna do a favorite hike of his and then we're gonna have a meal and yeah, I was planning on doing cake.
He loves that you've been doing a lot more cooking for him, is what he's showing me.
Yeah.
It's funny because I do remember something about dad cooking for him as well before, and I feel like that's continued. He's making me feel like that's their special time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, yeah, it's something that for all three of us, we do it together with him. Dad cooks with him alone. I cook alone. I mean, and Nick always really enjoyed. He was a amateur foodie.
And that doesn't change when they're in spirit, I'm telling you. We need our meat suits to have sensors to sense the variations of vibrations of the physical reality. Taste is one of those sensors. But he's high vibrational spirit. He doesn't need a meat suit to sense those energies. So what you eat, he tastes. So he's very grateful for that, that the food still continues.
I love that. I love that. And I do. I feel him in the kitchen with us. It's amazing.
Okay, what does this mean? Hold on. Is his sister with somebody? I know he's got a sister. Is she dating somebody recently?
Um, kind of. I mean, she's been off and on with someone, yeah.
It's interesting that you say off and on because he puts the heart around her and the gentleman, which is healing and reconnection, and then he pulls out his shotgun, which is
Hmm.
my symbol for protection. So if this guy starts getting out of hand, and I feel like if he says one more bad thing to her, he might like have some pop tires or something like that. Like he's going to take care of his sister.
Yeah.
But out of
Yeah.
respect for her, he's letting her do her thing, but he is very carefully watching over her.
That makes me so happy to hear that he is.
Who got their haircut recently? He's like, oh, you got to mention that haircut. You got to mention the haircut.
Um, well, his dad went and got a haircut right before we left on vacation.
And why do I hear it's about time? Was it like getting pretty long?
It's just an ongoing joke between the two of them, between the hair and his beard, that he always would tell him he needed a trim. It's always been their thing. It's so funny because either the beard or the hair we talk about almost every time.
He hugged you and he said, you felt me, Mom. I feel him around you. And what I mean is that you might think you're having a hot flash. So sometimes people think that when the dead are around, it gets cold. That's evil. Evil is cold. When love is around, it's warm. And sometimes we women pass that off as like, am I having a hot flash or something? That's your son hugging you.
I do feel that. I do. And a year ago, I probably would have not been sure, but you have taught me very well, and I do take it all in.
He said, talk about the dream, talk about the dream, talk about the dream. Did you have a dream of him since? I think you
Um,
said you have. But it's interesting the way he's showing me this because he's also showing me waking you up at 5 in the morning, like waking you up and waking you up. So if spirit's trying to come to you in a dream and it gets distorted, then they will exit the dream cycle and wake you up at the very end so that you don't remember any of the details. You just wake up, and in that moment, he's there with you. So rather than have you waking up feeling like you lost him all over again, he's waking you up when he's exited the dream cycles just so that you'll know he's with you.
yeah, I do. I wake up almost every day between 3 and 5. 5 is a good day. And so, but I do, and I have been starting to dream a little bit more, but I did have a really crazy dream that I don't want to talk about on here. Maybe I'll have a private session with you later because it's crazy that you brought that up, but that's not something I'm prepared to go public with.
Got ya. Just know that he's validating that and that he's trying to show you that he is with you in spirit and now. And as he's starting to pull his energy back, he's throwing coins at you. Have you been finding the dimes and the nickels and the quarters and stuff like that? I feel like you found some even on vacation.
Um, I don't think we did.
Taking me to the airport.
I mean, I don't remember if we picked, I don't think so, but it was a long trip home. I'm still tired from it.
It's funny because he's so excited that you went that I thought you were just going. He's got his suitcase, he's packed, he's like, I'm ready to go. He did not miss a single minute of it. But he's like, pay attention, make sure you look at the ground a little bit more. Pay attention to this because he's around you all the time.
Awesome. I love that. He was so looking forward to this trip. And so that's um that's the best to hear.
What do you mean, buddy? He said, wait, one more thing. There was some kind of mix up or something that he got you a deal. Now, they'll show me things mixed up like this. It feels like when you were on vacation, like I don't know if they booked the wrong room, so you got a cheaper rate, or I don't know how to explain that. He's showing me reorganizing something so that you get a better rate, or that you're in the right place, right moment, right time to line up with something.
Hmm. Um, I don't know, because we didn't change anything. I mean, we got a great room. We we were definitely spoiled for a week.
It's interesting when you say you got a great room. He's like, "Hello, who do you think helped you with that? You could," because I think that the way he's making me feel is that you usually don't have that great of a hotel room when you go on trips.
Oh, no. No, not at all. We definitely did the upgrade, and then added an upgrade to it. And so we it was a once in a lifetime thing.
He's just so happy that you guys went, and not just that you went, but everybody had a great time.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was bittersweet, but it was good. I'm glad we did it. It felt like some closure.
It's funny, you say closure, and he goes, and he kicks that door open. He's like, I'm still here in the present forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, I think the closure is just on
I
um
get it.
the
But
hard part.
they are very often like, oh, that nothing's closed, man. I'm never leaving.
No, no. And I'm so thankful for that.
As he pulls his energy back, he's hanging out with a father figure over there. He's going back to the father figure. Um, Goes one above though, so I don't know if that's your grandfather or his grandfather. Uh,
Uh, that would be his grandfather on dad's side.
Got yeah. Don't worry about him. He's being well taken care of on that side. Just keep watching for the signs and symbols all around you because he's talking to you every single day. And if his sister's boyfriend's tires all of a sudden pop, It wasn't his fault. That's what he
Do
said.
it, Nick. I love
Oh
it.
boy. You say that and he's like on it. Like he's been waiting for that. But he doesn't want his sister to think that he's interfering. So he's like,
Yeah,
I'm waiting for her to give me the go ahead. And if she gives me the go ahead, bam.
he's a good brother.
Mm, he loves you so much. Oh, he gave you a heart for Valentine's Day and he said, thank you for remembering him on Valentine's Day. So I feel like you gave him chocolates or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you give them. He's like, easy, you put chocolate by my urn. You still have his urn?
Yeah.
Please know he's with you. He loves you so much and he's so glad you came today. He's like, that was me in your head, Mom. That was me in your head. Last minute, he's like, go.
Yeah. It was. He did. I said, okay, let's see what you have to say today. I knew you wanted to talk about the vacation.
First thing he said.
I love that. I love that. Thanks, Tracy.
You're welcome. Have an amazing rest of your day.
You too. Good to see you.
You too. Okay, somebody's cutting off my breath here. Jessica, I think I'm coming to you. Can you hear me okay? There you are.
Hi, Gwen. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfect. Who is it that you want me to connect to?
My sister.
Oh boy. Okay. I just saw everything go. Just saw the screen change. Somebody logged off and it changed everything. Okay. She's like, you're welcome, by the way. Are you in a bit of a time crunch or something? Like, she's like making me feel like she had to push her way through so that she made sure she got through.
No, it's just I'm where I live, the reception's bad, and my kids were heading home, so I just went out of the house for a bit and I saw my husband and my boys drive by. So I was like, oh, I don't know when, but in the next few hours.
She understood the assignment. She's like,
Yeah.
now, we gotta go now. You guys understand. We're on a time crunch. We gotta go now. Aw. She's already bragging about you. Let's do the connection exercise and then see what comes through. Are you ready? Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Okay. As she steps forward, I feel like I'm having trouble breathing, and then I got pressure in my head. I got some spinning thoughts, which is my sign for either I did not get a chance to say goodbye, I couldn't communicate before I passed, or I was not in my right mind, or she was actually spinning as she took her last breath. I don't really feel a lot of pain other than pressure in the head, just that I can't feel that all I can feel is that last breath, like that. And then she's on the other side. How did she pass?
She had an embolism, pulmonary,
Like heart attack?
blood clot to the lung.
Got ya. It's amazing how much, see, this is why I feel the breath, and some pressure in the head. And sometimes I know that the people who have heart attacks, they feel that pressure in the head, not really anywhere else, just like I can't breathe, there's pressure in my head, some distorted thoughts, and then on the other side. But she does show me the soul connected to the body with a spiritual cord, kind of like baby is connected to mom with the umbilical cord. Sometimes the soul will step out of the body but stay attached to the body. If it's in great disrepair and they don't want to feel that pain, or if they pass before somebody else gets there to say goodbye or something. How do you understand that?
Um, as far as I'm aware, there wasn't the opportunity. It happened in the ambulance.
She passed in the ambulance. And did you guys go see her at the hospital afterwards? That's what I'm saying. She stayed with her body until you got there, is what she's trying to say. Even though her soul was out of the body, she was still attached to the body when you all came to the hospital. That's what I mean about dying before somebody gets there. And she's bragging about you. She's like, "Do you see how beautiful my sister is?" But is this twin sister?
No, but I have a twin brother.
Stop. Okay, that's why I keep hearing twins, 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 twins. She's singing "You Are So Beautiful to Me," that song. Do you understand the ladybugs and the flowers? She's showing me ladybugs and flowers. So I'm not sure what that means.
Ladybugs, we live somewhere where they're crazy. And right now I was just telling my husband yesterday that it's 6 degrees out in Ottawa today and they started coming out. So
Seriously, that's not normal. That's spirit. Do you want to know what she's doing? She's bugging you. Spirit has, they use their energy to line you up in the exact right moment, at the exact right place, at the exact right time, to line up with the sign or the symbol that will contain the message she's trying to give to you. She's bugging you because she's never going to be away from you. She's trying to inspire you to start a garden or something like that. Never too early. Have you been thinking about starting a garden?
yeah,
She's
the
not.
seedlings, it's seedling season.
See, I got black thumbs. I don't really garden, so
Yeah.
I don't know that. But she's like, "Oh yeah, we're so excited about this." Now she's referencing a birthday or an anniversary because she's got a rose as well. But I feel like it's for a child. Did she have children here in the physical world?
Yeah.
Is it one of their birthdays or something coming up or just passed?
No, we're like halfway. One's in June, one's in October.
There's something sooner than that. Feels like coming up.
I mean, there's my wedding anniversary, hers, and her passing. It's going to be a year in June.
Okay. She's like, "Yeah, yeah, that's June. We're talking now in the next few weeks. There's something, some important day or something that's coming up in the next few weeks." This is one of the things I love about spirit, and that also drives me nuts because they don't change the message just because I don't understand. They just wiggle it until you figure it out.
Okay.
Is somebody graduating or getting married this spring?
Not to my knowledge.
She's celebrating something, and I keep seeing 3. Now, I know that could be 3 months, which is like pushing us into June, but I don't think it is. I think that, well, I think it is that, but there's something else coming up that feels very celebratory in the next few weeks. Slow this down. Her husband has her children still? And are they a bit of a distance or space away from you? Or has it been a little while since you've seen them
Hmm.
or talked to them?
Yeah.
It's for them. Sometimes spirit will bring up a message that you don't know, so that when you talk to them and you say, "What's coming up in a few weeks, like 3 to 4 weeks here?" And they'll be like, "Oh, this is happening. We never told you that. How do you know?" That's their way of getting a message to the family that she is with them, watching over them, that she's okay. She's giving you pancakes.
Oh. When did we, I don't know. Maybe that's what my husband's making for dinner. I'll know when I get home.
You know what? When you said my husband, she put the heart around him and she said, "I love that man like a brother." She said that she's playing the song Salt and Pepper. Oh, she's got an interesting personality. She's playing Salt and Pepper in my head. Mighty Good Man. Have you ever heard that song?
Yeah.
And she loves the house, by the way. I don't know if you've moved since she passed or if you've just renovated or changed things around, but she's walking through your house going, I love it. Tell her I love the house. It looks beautiful. How do you understand
Yeah,
that?
well, my sister and her husband and the girls, they live across the street. And that was our project. And I bought the house across the street from her and I completely renovated top to bottom.
What month did you buy that house?
July
That's even
2022.
better. She knows about that. No wonder you said they're not a distance or space away. She's like, but you haven't talked in a while. You go over there and you let them know that I'm still here and that I'm seeing everything going on in their life. Slow that down, honey. You understand the coins as well, hey?
Hmm.
She's giving you those. And I feel relief around those that you are understanding the messages when she's delivering them to you. She's showing me my symbol for thoughts that she wants to remind you that every time you're thinking about her, it's because she's right in front of you. It is literally impossible for you to think about them if they're not with you because you are sensing the energy around you. Now, for example, if you came home, if you have a dog and you come home, you walk in the door and your nose picks up the vibration of poop. That vibration goes to your brain and your brain interprets it and goes, that's dog poop. Now, your eyes are going to look for it. But if you don't see it right away, you don't say to yourself, oh, silly me, I'm just remembering poop today. You know that if your nose is picking up the vibration, it's there somewhere. Well, have you ever heard that saying that, oh, look at flash of the screen. Have you ever heard
Hmm.
that saying where they say, I'll always be in your heart?
Hmm.
Because your heart is a sensor. So when she's around, your heart senses her presence. That shoots that vibration to your mind, and then your brain translates that as that's my sister. You're not simply remembering her, she's speaking to you.
I have quite the crowd up there though, so that's curious to me because I never really know or can distinguish.
I'm so glad that you said that. Now, whose birthday, anniversary, or passing date is in March or April?
My dad's birthday is in April.
Thank you. And he's on that side?
Yeah, he
Do
is.
you remember in the beginning I said that they will sometimes step forward with the relationship bond and sometimes they'll give me a sign or symbol that only relates to one person?
Yeah.
And this is what I mean. They don't change that message just because I didn't understand it. They just wiggle it until you figure it out. See, she's being very protective of her time because she's seen how this goes. She's like, I seen how this goes. Okay, I get 15 minutes with you. They can frickin' wait their turn. She's like, yes, dad's here. He's here. And we love you very much. But she wanted this moment to connect with you. And no wonder I felt like it was one of the kids. You're his kid.
Yeah.
He's very proud of you. He's very proud of the renovations that you did in that house. He's like, look at you go. And your mom is still here in the physical world because he put the white blanket around her shoulders, which is my symbol for watching over somebody who has health or stress issues. And I feel the gratitude for the way the family is taking care of her. Do you see my screen flash? Spiritual
Mm,
emphasis. What's going on with mom? Is this just depression or is this she's got some issues going on?
not necessarily physical, just the impacts of grief.
Yeah.
And her best friend's cousin, my aunt, passed away in December. So it's been a rough year, especially that my sister, no one expected that.
Yeah. She's just recent over the last year.
My sister, yeah, it was in June 2024.
Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry. Do you know that she's with all of them? The only one that she's letting forward here is dad to say hello, but to let you know that he's with her as well. Very much thanking you for everything you're doing to help mom through this. And they're letting you know she will be okay. She will be okay. He said, get her out of the house more, though. Don't let her sit at home and be grieving all the time. He's like, make sure she gets out and does things. Get her out in the air, even if it's just for a walk. Call her up and say, I need you to babysit. Make her feel needed and valued. That is the greatest thing that you can do for somebody that feels like they've lost their purpose. And your dad's the one that was showing me pancakes, by the way. Now, as your dad steps forward, I understand the pancakes. Feels like it was like one of his favorite memories or something. Did he used to cook for you when you were younger? Like, did you do those breakfasts all the time?
Yeah.
So he's like, make us some breakfast for dinner and you will feel dad's soul with you. Oh, this is what I mean, where it's hard in these situations. I can only read for one or two of them because I have to get to everybody here today. But they are
Mhm.
all there. They're all together, and your sister is so glad that you came and very much relieved that she's not in any pain. She wants me to emphasize again, she didn't feel any pain. She felt some pressure in the head. She felt like she couldn't breathe. So you're emphasize that again. And then she was immediately on the other side, but stayed with her body until everybody had a chance to say goodbye. Are they laid to rest together?
No,
So
no, we're still figuring those.
that's why she was like, we're together, we're together, we're together. Are they cremated? And their urns are together?
No, not right now.
They will be. I can feel them like connected in multiple ways. Like either we've taken their ashes and made jewelry out of them, we've spread their ashes together, we've placed their ashes together with somebody else, something like that. All I know is they want you to know that they're already together and they don't care. Here's the thing. They do not care what you do to lay them to rest as long as it brings you peace. That's what they
Okay.
care. They don't, sometimes when we're in the physical world, we say, do this or do that. This is what I want. But they don't care about that once they're on the other side. They're immediately in love, light, and peace. All they care is that you make the choices and decisions that will bring you peace. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, just remember, I'm never going to be gone. And I feel her jumping out and scaring you sometimes. She's got a wicked sense of humor. She's very funny. And because she's like showing me that she's Casper now, so she can do funky things and scare
That's
you in the middle of
exactly.
the night.
Uh,
If you get startled by stuff every once in a while, oh, that's her lining it up for you.
I don't doubt it.
It's funny, she's showing me that TikTok in my head that I've seen where this wife walks by with a ladder and it says, you know what, my husband and I have been married for like 20 years and maybe he doesn't, maybe I don't give him butterflies anymore, but I sure can raise his blood pressure. Same thing. She's doing that to you.
What do you mean?
She's trying to get you like excited. She's trying to like
Oh,
raise your blood pressure and let you know she's there at that moment, at that time, but using humor as well. Too funny. All right, she's pulling her energy back. Oh, kind of. She pulls her energy back. She goes, one more thing, tattoo, tattoo, tattoo. For you too. For you too. Did you get the tattoo for her? Or have you been thinking about it?
me and her, we had matching tattoos.
Got it.
And we've been talking about adding to it, like with my brother and my mom. And
Just as you're saying that, she shows me three fingers, and I'm like, three? What does that mean? And then you're like, we're talking about adding to it. She's like, yep, see? She knows. She's not missing a thing. Keep watching for those bugs, especially because they like to use bugs, not because they want to scare you, but because bugs mean I'm bugging you.
do you feel anything for her girls or her husband? Because I am going to be seeing them soon and
Is one of them around the age of like 12 to 14?
acts like it. But no, she's 6. The oldest is 6.
Okay. See, this is where it's confusing because she shows me something to do with a car. Now, if she's 6, she's not old enough to have a car, but I think, and I saw the booster seat being thrown out. Is she still in a booster seat?
Yeah.
Tell husband that she's big enough now. She might not need one anymore.
Okay.
I can feel her protesting that.
The daughter?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
She does say, as far as her husband goes, she said she loved him very much and he's doing a great job with these girls, even though it's hard. It is very hard. And she said he's not meant to be alone. She goes, look at this face. This face should not be alone by himself forever. Like, he's too good looking of a man. He's too good of a man. She wants him to find somebody that he will love here in the physical world. I can feel his grief is like too thick for that still yet. But she's giving her blessing. She doesn't want anybody to think that he's replacing her. She wants somebody in his world to keep him happy because if he sets the tone for the girls. So if he's okay, they'll be okay.
Mhm.
He hasn't started dating yet, has he? She's trying to entice him. So go easy on him if he starts dating. That message is more for you than him.
Okay.
You understand that, hey?
Noted.
She loves you all very, very much, honey. She's pulling her energy back. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you so much, Tracy.
You're very welcome. Every time she pulls her energy back, she goes, one more thing. I know you got my picture on your phone. Is it your screensaver on your phone?
No, but I have pictures on my phone. I have a lot of pictures, but I have pictures on my fridge. I
She's
don't know
showing
if
me,
you,
especially the ones on your phone. Something about the wallpaper or something like your pictures on your phone. You could have been just showing them to somebody or something, but she's very much validating the pictures on the phone.
pictures on the phone. Okay.
Interesting. All
It's the
right.
type of thing that maybe it'll like, oh, yes, it'll come to me.
As soon
I
as
took
we're
a few
off,
minutes.
happens every time. As soon as we get off here, I get messages from people going, oh, yeah, by the way, I figured it out the second we were offline. Kind of like how when your dad started coming through, you didn't put the pieces together right away. They don't change the message just because you don't understand it. They just keep saying it again and again until you figure it out.
Hmm.
All
Well,
right.
thank you so much.
You're very welcome, hon. I hope it was helpful.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, where am I going in here? Joanne, I gotta come to your boyfriend here. What is his name? Because I know you didn't bring him here for me to read to you. You brought him here for me to read him, and there's a gentleman behind him. You gotta take your mute off though, hun.
Unmute.
His name's Michael.
Hello, Michael, how are you?
Good.
Oh, you just got nervous. I felt my heart start going ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Who do
Because
you
I
want
have
me to
pneumonia.
connect to?
Huh?
Who do you want me to connect to?
Oh, I guess you should tell me. I've got somebody in mind, but
That's, you gotta tell me. I know that I can see a gentleman behind you, but you gotta tell me who you want me to focus on. Because as we just seen, you might have 10 people over there. If I
I
try to go
probably
through
do.
all of them, we're gonna be here forever.
My brother.
Gotcha. All right, you ready to do this?
I guess.
Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. He's funny, I'll tell you that. Right away, he's trying to make me laugh. As he steps forward, he shows me sudden, unexpected, or traumatic passing. I feel distorted energy all around him, which comes from pain, grief, or trauma, which distorts the energy field, making it trickier to connect to. So there is a mother figure with him. It feels like a grandmother figure, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I'm going one above, could be mistaken. I know it's a woman that's with him. He's Slow this down, buddy. He's making me feel an itchy nose, like itchy face, which is my sign of disfigurement or that I did not look at the end of my life the way that I did through most of it. He's jumping up and down, showing me he has all mobility back, that he's all in one piece, and that even though it may have seemed like his actual ending was very quick, I don't know. It almost feels like he was ill for a little while, or maybe something happened where he was not having the best quality of life for a little while, but he's taking me to the very end and snapping his fingers, which is quick transition in spirit. How do you
Yeah.
understand that?
Yeah. Well, he died at night, so he had
Like in
cancer.
his sleep?
Yeah. Yeah, he had cancer.
I was gonna say, how do you understand that he was fighting something for a little while? Because he said, just know that I did it. He's going, I did it my way, and he exited. He was
Yeah.
given the opportunity to be able to step out of his soul, stay attached to the body, and in that state, he was able to see all of everything, to know that his quality of life was never going to come back. So he chose to exit that quickly in his sleep so that you guys didn't have to bear the burden of caring for him in that state. And he didn't want to be in that downward, like he just showed me it was going downhill fast. You understand that?
Yeah. Yeah.
He does salute you though, which is my symbol for a connection with the uniform, fire, police, ambulance, military, something like that. How do you understand that?
No, we had lots of accidents. Yeah.
What do you mean? This is uniform.
Near-death experiences.
Okay, that's not what this symbol means. The salute is somebody in a uniform. So he could be bringing forward a grandfather as well, because sometimes they'll use a sign or a symbol that will bring one person forward, but there's somebody in uniform stepping forward.
That would be my grandfather.
So know that, and your grandmother's also on the other side, his wife.
Yes.
Remember I said I saw him step forward with a woman and I was going one above? He's bringing them both forward. I do feel some distance or space in between their passings, though, like one passed some time before the other one. Do you understand
Oh,
that?
yes. Yep. Yeah.
He's getting to hang out with them all on that side. He's like stunned that you're here, actually. He goes, I can't believe that my brother's even here. He's like, we had to go to him quickly before he bailed out because he's like, thanking you, Joanne. He's like, thank you for getting him here. Thank you for getting him here. Please let him know that he's okay. Let me say that better. He wants me to let you know that he is okay on that side and that he's not in any pain anymore. He has all his mobility back and that he did not suffer in his passing. In fact, it's interesting because Joanne's brother is also on the other side, I believe, from what I remember. And these two gentlemen are showing me that they help line you guys up in spirit. He's saying something about do you have a truck?
Yep.
He said, we got to do something about that truck though, dude. We got to do something about that truck. What's he talking about?
Don't know yet.
Go fix it.
Make a move, I think he's telling me.
Feels like you're thinking about either fixing it up or selling it or getting a new one, something like that.
I'd like a new one.
He will help you with that. See, again, it's not an accident in the order the messages get delivered in. So he just finished telling you that him and Joanne's brother helped hook you guys up. Now, if they can do that, they can get you a new truck. This is how you feel their presence. You say, okay, thank you, brother, for lining me up. You're going to get me a new truck? Awesome. Line it up for me. And when he does, it will line up in your world so dramatically easy that it will be mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. What does that mean? He told you to do the dishes.
And they're done.
What?
I said they're done.
Did you have a big pile of dishes recently that you had to get done?
Oh yeah. I usually leave it till last.
And you just finished doing it like not long ago?
Sunday.
Today?
Sunday.
Sunday.
See,
On Sunday I did the dishes. Once
I'm
a week,
watching
whether I
him.
need to or not.
Well, I'm watching him cheer on the other side. He's like, woo! Like, and showing me that he can boss you around from the other side. It's great. You think it's you coming up with that idea, but he's in your head speaking to you, saying, do the dishes, do the dishes, do the dishes, do the dishes. It sounds like a thought that interrupts the rest of your thoughts.
Not really.
He's also giving you the quarters and the dimes and the nickels and stuff like that. Have you heard that message come in through before, right? Did you have have you ever heard that saying, pennies from heaven or dimes from heaven?
No.
So if you've never heard it, then when they line you up with it, it'll go right over your head and obscure into the background of fluke, random, or chance. There is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. When your loved ones want you to know that they're around, very often they will line you up with coins because they're readily available. They're all over the place. So what they do is they use their invisible energy to put you in the right place at the right moment at the right time to line you up with a message that they're trying to give to you. So watch for those coins. He's also showing me music, that he plays songs that you've been listening to songs that remind you of him. Slow that down. I feel like he keeps putting them on the radio. Even if they're not songs that he heard, but they're new songs that remind you of him, he's doing that.
Oh, they'd be old songs. Like from the 70s.
That's okay. Those count too. Like old country?
More rock and roll.
Because when you said from the 70s, he's got a wicked sense of humor. I got to tell you that. He's got a wicked sense of humor. Have you ever heard the rodeo song?
Yeah.
That's why I said old country, because as soon as you said from the 70s, he started playing the rodeo song. He's safe and at peace on the other side and still here with you. And he's like saying, the best is yet to come. He's very excited that you're moving forward. He's making me feel like you felt a little bit stuck for a little while there, but now everything feels like it's moving forward. And he's with you every single step of the way.
Right on.
Interesting. Is he the smoker or are you the smoker? Because I can smell cigarette smoke all around him.
We were both smokers. Both of us.
So he's there smoking with you. It's so thick I couldn't tell if it's coming from you or from him. Either way, he's like giving me a validation of things that I can't know. So you know he's with you.
Yeah, we were both smokers. I quit, so just recently.
That's why he's bringing it up. I was just going to ask you, why is he proud of you for being a smoker? That doesn't make sense. Because as soon as you said we're both smokers, he started showing me my symbol for pride. And I'm sitting here going, I don't know what that means. You're proud of him for being a smoker? So when you say you quit, he goes, that's why.
Yeah.
Again, thank you, Joanne. She kind of inspired that a little bit, hey?
Yeah, somewhat. It was just something I had to do. I smoked most of my life.
It's, you know what? I was a 2-pack a day chain smoker for 25 years. Nobody understands how hard that battle is to quit. Once you've quit that, you can quit anything. He's so incredibly proud of you, and he's seen that. So that's why he's bringing it up. So if you're just sitting there and all of a sudden you get this whiff of cigarette smoke that comes out of nowhere and you're like, why did that happen? That's him blowing smoke at you to let you know he's with you in that moment. And bragging that he can still smoke on that side and it ain't gonna hurt him. He's funny. He's pulling his energy back. I hope that was helpful.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. All
Thank
right.
you.
You're very welcome. Okay. The lady up here, Deborah. I gotta come to you. It's funny, when I went over to him, I heard the lady above you go so close. It was almost our turn. What is this? We were first here. It's our freaking turn. Your mute's on though, honey. You gotta take your mute off. They're already choking me out. Who do you want me to connect to?
Well, there's lots of people there, but I wanted to talk to my Tim.
Ooh.
My dad, my mom's gone, his mom.
Tim is your husband?
Yeah,
Husband, life partner, whatever you want to call it, all the same thing. All I know, as soon as you said my Tim, he's like, I'm right here. And I felt this bear hug. Are you ready to do this?
Oh, I'm so ready.
All right. Both feet flat on the floor.
Done.
I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath, starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Oh, are you the lady I gifted this to?
Yes.
Okay. You know how I know that? You have a different name here than you do on Facebook. I didn't connect the dots, but he
Oh,
did.
yeah.
He stepped forward and he goes, I did this. Don't you love that? Where there's a will, there's a way. I did this.
Thank you, Tim.
Was he a little bit chubby?
At the end, he was, yeah. Yeah.
Because it's funny you say just at the end, because he showed me that chub and then he goes, you tell her how fit I am on this side. I am in such good shape over here. He's showing me his muscles, how strong he is. He's talking about his hair. He's got all his hair back. Like, I don't
But
know if he's balding or
no, he always had long hair. That was his strength.
he still got it because he took me right there. Make sure she knows I got all my hair. I'm strong. He's thanking you for everything you did at the end of his world. He knew you were there. He's talking about how you made his life so much easier, even though his passing seems very quick, unexpected, or traumatic. I can feel the distorted energy all around him. But it's one of those situations where time is relevant, or is, how do I say that? It's dependent on how you feel. So an hour can feel like a year can feel like an hour. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got some spinning thoughts, which is my sign that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye, I wasn't in my right mind when I passed, or he was actually spinning before he passed. But I see the holding of the hand, that he knew somebody was with him. How do you understand that?
He was intubated for 3 days, and I had to pull the plug. I had to be the one to do that. So I was with him day and night.
He knew you were there, sweetie. He knew you were there. And what he did, remember me explaining how the soul steps out of the physical body but stays tied? He stayed tied to that body. He said, I would have stayed there for 3 years if you needed me to. He was staying there until you were ready.
Yeah. So I told him he could go to his mom.
When you said that, he pushed her away. He goes, don't get any ideas. It's my turn with my wife. And he calls you his wife. And it feels like you guys were together for a very long time, actually.
We were. I kind of crossed over.
What do you mean?
I was his nurse. Ah.
Ah.
See?
No, he said you were his angel. Again, that makes sense to me because what did he say when he stepped forward? He said, "Thank her for everything she did for me. She took such good care of me. She was amazing." All I can feel is how much this man loves you, like so dramatically loves you. He's showing me the tombstone, which is my symbol for how or where he's laid to rest, and I do see the urn as well. Is
Yeah.
he cremated?
Yeah, actually, half of him is here with me, and the other half is buried with his mom in BC. So I go there I'm back and forth, like, you know what I mean? I take care of the grave sites when I'm there.
She, he keeps trying to push her away because he wants his time with you, and all I can hear her from the background is going, "Thank you," and he's like, "Shh, my turn. Thank you," he says.
Because his mom got Alzheimer's, and we used to go there every weekend, and I would give her her shower. So I took care of her those weekends.
That's why she won't listen to him. She's like, "Screw you, I'm coming forward too." You still have his ring? He's talking about the ring.
I have all his rings because he always used to buy me rings all the time. So I have all his rings.
Feels like you take turns wearing them as well.
I do. Till I dislocated my finger, so I can't really wear them so much anymore.
You know what? He's like, perfect. Now you just go take those in, get them melted down, and make it into something that fits you properly, that is still that something that you love, because it's still his jewelry, it's still his gold. So if you get it melted down or changed into something you can wear, he's not upset about that. He just likes it that you wear his stuff, because when you're wearing it, you're thinking about him. And if you're thinking about him, he's right there.
Oh yeah, I go shopping and I think, oh, he would like that. You know?
And when you said that, he goes, and she watches shows that I used to watch.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
He's fishing over there. It's funny because when he says that, I feel like he didn't do a lot of that here in the physical world, but he's
No,
absolutely relaxed and fishing on the other side. Is his dad over there as well?
no. Oh, well, see, I don't know because he was adopted. So I don't know. I know he's had, his adopted grandparents and stuff have passed that he's really loved.
One of them is taking him fishing. And I asked him, "Why are you telling her this?" And he goes, "Well, she wants to know what I spend my time doing over here," which is
Well,
whatever.
I know he's walking now because he was in a wheelchair. So I know he's walking.
He's absolutely walking. He showed me his muscles as soon as he came through. He's like, "Look at how strong I am."
That's good.
He does show me two roses back to back. Now, when they show me that, it makes me feel like either he passed right before, right after another special day. How do
Yes,
you
he did.
understand that?
Yes, he passed before his daughter's wedding that year, same year. He passed in May and she got married in June. But he was there. He was with me. I knew that.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
I said a smart remark to his ex-wife because I said, I was going to do that.
See, spirit will do that sometimes. They will exit the physical body right before a very important date. And one of the
Yeah,
reasons why they do that is because they don't want to miss that date. And if their body is in a state of disrepair, then that separates them so they can't be there. But
yeah,
when he's in the soul, he can be there at that moment, at that time. So he
right.
absolutely went with you. And he said you looked beautiful. Was this outside? Did she get married outside?
She did. She
Because I
did get
can
married
feel the
outside.
heat.
Oh, it was hot that day. Trust me.
I can feel it. He's like, we kept all the clouds away so that it wouldn't rain on you guys.
Yeah.
And he gets teary eyed, like his baby girl is married, and he
Yes.
loves that.
Yes.
And then he shows me a baby. Did she have a baby afterwards?
She has two babies.
So know that he's not missing anything. And when you say she has two babies, it feels like one is named after or just like him. So she have a little boy as well?
No, she had two girls.
So is one of them named after him?
No, but I think the oldest one used to see him when she was a baby. Brindley. I believe Brindley saw him because she would stare at his picture all the time and talk to him.
Because they get to know their souls on that side before they even come here.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. But that was his adopted daughter too, because she found out after a while that he wasn't even a biological father.
He goes,
Her
don't you ever
actual
say that again.
Pardon me?
He said,
Oh
don't you ever
no,
say that again. That is my baby girl.
it is his baby girl. But I'd like to know if he met her biological father up there, because he too has passed.
I feel another gentleman there, but I also feel him keeping her at a distance. Do
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Or keeping
Yeah, I
him at
know.
a distance.
Yeah, because he didn't really want to share her with anybody.
That's
Because
exactly how
yeah,
I feel it. He's like, I do feel another gentleman there, but
yeah,
he's like, if she wants to talk to him, she can come talk to him. This is my moment with my baby and my baby girl.
yes, yes.
But those babies that she had, I do see a third. There will be a boy coming. So if they are still
Oh,
trying for kids, then there will be a little boy coming. And one of those little girls, maybe it's the youngest one, is just like him. Even if they're not blood related, she's got a lot of his personality traits.
okay, okay. I know he would love being here now because I have so many little ones in my life now. Because he was always sad that he never had any little ones. But he's here having my little ones.
I was just gonna, as soon as you said that, he goes, we're both having the little ones. And
Yeah,
he's thanking you for being that ambassador for him. You were telling them all the stories about him, and see him just light up
yeah,
my computer like that. He's so grateful. Make no mistake how much this man loves you. You know what? He just playing the song in my head. This shows you my age. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true. I'm half crazy over the likes of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage, but you'd look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. You've heard that song before, yeah?
I've heard the song. Yeah, yeah,
Basically, what it means is that he didn't have a lot to offer you except for his love.
that's
And
right.
he's like the best love that I've ever had. Like, thank you for loving him in with all that. That's what he's trying to say. He's like, you know what? The fact that I couldn't really give you anything but my love and I was unconditionally loved as I exited this physical world. He goes, I knew it wasn't for what I gave her or any material thing. It was because she loved me. Not me, him. But you understand what I'm saying.
I understand. Yeah, yeah.
He's so
I,
in love with you.
I know he's with me. And I also want to know, his little nephew passed away and his funeral's this Saturday. And I'm really stuck whether I should go or not. I want to go, but after Tim passed, there was such bad stuff happened. Like they kind of pushed me aside, jealousy, all that sort of stuff. And I really would like to go, but I don't know if I should. I don't want to cause problems.
It's interesting because he's showing me follow your heart. Your heart knows the answer. And if going is going to bring pain to everybody else and to you, it's not worth it. Because the thing is with the soul is that whether you're there at the actual service or you're here and you're thinking about him, the soul can be in all places at the same time. So it's kind of like when your neighbor puts a steak on the barbecue. You're not there to see the steak, hear it sizzle, touch it, nothing like that. But every person for a 3 block radius is experiencing that steak. You know what I mean?
I know.
So
I'm
what
really stuck. But I could go to his grave. That's the only thing, that's the only thing I'm excited about.
what he said is just that choose what to do based on your heart, what will bring you love, and give them something to connect you with. Like he keeps showing me birds and feathers around you. Watch for the feathers or the birds.
Okay.
Um, because so for example, if you say, well, I'm not gonna go to the actual service because I don't want to upset anybody, but I am gonna pay my respects. I'm gonna go to your grave and I'm gonna pay respects. So I need you to come with me, Tim. I need you to send me a sign so big I can't miss it so that it gets my attention, and then I will know that you are with me and I will know that you've got the baby on the other side. I see very young child here. Do you understand that? How old is
Yes,
the child that passed? Like
that
baby.
would have been an unborn child of his daughter's, first one, and that might have been the boy you're talking about. I'm thinking.
The nephew that you just said passed, how old is
Oh,
that?
the nephew? Yes, he was 30. I hope they're together. He was 30, but it was Down syndrome, so he was younger than he was.
Thank you.
That's, okay.
You're like 30 and he's showing me very childlike, baby
Yeah.
kind of energy.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
They're absolutely together. Aw. Again, I feel like you're going to go to that gravesite and you're going to see feathers around it or birds or something like that. And he's like showing me that you still clean it off all the time. He knows. Does it have like a spot for flowers, like a vase for flowers?
I think he brought one. There's one there, I think, because his aunt put flowers there one time, I believe. But I have solar lights. Because I was the solar light queen. I still am the solar light queen. just
He
so that
loves that.
just so that him and mom weren't so dark. It's because they're in an old graveyard, a beautiful graveyard.
Yeah. He said never in the dark, never. He's all in the light and he's very much with you. And he wants you to remember he got you here. He can do anything. He will use his energy to put you in the right place at the right moment at the right time to line up with the message that is for you.
Okay. Because I usually find dimes from him. I found a heart-shaped rock on top of a building one year. How it got on top of the mall building, I don't know, but I knew it was him.
Yes, because they use signs like that are mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance.
Oh, and it's the size of my palm, this rock.
Yeah.
And it's in my house. I brought it home.
He's like, as it should be.
Yeah, because he always gave me little stones, like.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you understand.
Yeah, I understand. He always gives me stones. So if I see a special stone, I know it's from him. Or a dime, like digging in a dumpster bin, for construction. And throwing garbage out. And there's a freaking dime in the middle of the garbage. So I knew it was from him because I wasn't feeling that happy that day. I was kind of sad. So I needed some little love from him. So.
Well, he's still giving you that love as he's pulling his energy back. He just gave you a huge squeeze and he said that doesn't end here. See, he just flashed my camera.
I know he did.
He said,
I love him.
The best is yet to come. Keep talking to him. He will keep communicating right back.
Oh, good, because he's got to help me decide what to do.
Well, they will never tell you what to do.
No, but he can show me signs what to do.
So you have to learn how to ask that questions because he won't tell you what to do.
Oh, no. I know.
The way you ask that question is by saying, if it's going to be in my best interest and theirs, if it's not going to hurt anybody if I go, give me a sign for that. If it's going to cause pain to anybody else, give me a sign to stay home. But make sure you don't say, should I or shouldn't I? Because they can't choose for you. You have free will. If you say, tell me what to do, you're going to not hear anything. They're not allowed to tell you what to do. But if you ask for clarity, you're not intending to go hurt anyone. So if you ask him, like, can I go without hurting anyone? If that's a clear way to go, he'll send you a sign for that. If it would cause pain for everybody, he'll send you a sign that will show you to stay home as well.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
I'm going to let him pull his energy back. I hope
you.
that was helpful.
Oh, it was beautiful. Thank you very much. Because I only had a dream about him once. And all I remember is waking up going sideways to look under the table just to see what he was sitting in. Was he sitting in a wheelchair or was he sitting in a chair? It was so funny. because I felt the best peace I ever did, right? Except for that one part when I woke up, I was going like this. It was so funny. But he wasn't in a chair. He was sitting in a he wasn't in his wheelchair. He was sitting in a regular chair.
Because he's
So
all
I knew
alone peace on that side.
that's right. That's right. So thank you very much, Tracy.
You're welcome, Deborah. Have an amazing rest of your day.
I will now. Thank you. Bye
All right.
now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so if you guys have noticed, I'm kind of saving the people that I've read for to the end because your messages usually go a little bit different. Instead of bringing your loved ones through, you guys usually have a focus and that it's a little bit different on how their messages come through. So, and I think I've read for everybody else here, but
Not for Darlene.
I was just gonna say, I'm like,
Yes.
okay. Is this a friend of yours, Melissa?
Yes, it is a family friend.
Isn't that interesting? That because you're being saved to the end, so was she, and I didn't do that on purpose. How am I supposed to know? We're gonna bring her through now. Darlene, can you take your mute off for me, hon? You're gonna give her a chance to. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
I'm not technological.
That's okay. Me neither. Who is it that you would like me to connect to?
My husband.
Okay, isn't that funny? See, we just finished talking to a husband and we got another one coming through. Okay, so right away he's taking me to the head. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, both feet flat on the ground for me. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, slow this down. It's interesting the way he comes through because I have some spinning thoughts. And you've heard me explain what those mean, right? Either he couldn't
Yes.
communicate before he passed, he was actually spinning, something like that. I feel some confusion there as well. I feel the snapping of the fingers that the actual passing was very quick, but I have like itchiness in my face, which is my sign of disfiguration, or that I did not look at the end of my life the way that I did for most of it. But he's not making me feel any pain. So I'm not sure how to understand that. I do have the holding of the hand, and he's emphasizing that he was not alone, not alone, not alone, not alone. Usually, when they emphasize that, sometimes it's because you think he was alone, but I'm not sure. How do you understand that?
He was not alone.
He's emphasizing that. How do you
Yeah,
understand?
he
How did he pass?
brain cancer.
Okay, thank you. See, you notice as soon as we said your name, I clapped my head, yeah?
Yes.
Because I feel the pressure in the head and I feel some spinning thoughts, but I don't feel any pain. You understand?
Yes.
So when you said brain cancer,
That's right.
he was definitely not able to communicate before he passed then, hey?
That's right.
He knew you
But he
were.
was very confused. So, yeah.
I could feel that as soon as he stepped forward, I could feel the confusion. But he's saying that his actual passing was very quick. And again, he's showing me the soul tethered to the body, which means that he stayed with the body until he knew for sure that there would not be a chance for him to recover. And I feel like he was waiting for somebody to come and say goodbye as well. I see.
We
I
were with him. Yeah.
He's showing me the light switch, which is my symbol for making all the right choices and decisions around his passing. Now,
Yes, there were a lot of decisions.
when you say you were with him, how long was he in that like state of that unresponsive state?
Uh, well, a few days, like When he was awake and unresponsive, like confused for a few days, and then not awake and unresponsive for a few days.
See, that's what I mean when I say that he was waiting for people. First of all, what he said was that he stepped out of the body and was in spirit but attached to the body, and he was checking to see if he was going to be able to have any quality of life. Once he knew that he wasn't going to have any quality of life, he was waiting for you guys to be ready for him to go. Does that make sense?
Um, well, no, he didn't have a quality of life for a long time, so he did know
Well, you think that he knew that, but as you said,
that.
he was very confused at the end. So he's
Right,
emphasizing again that in those final days, his soul was able to see that this is never coming back and that
right.
he needed to let go. But then his
Yeah,
only concern was, I want to make sure that I don't let go until they're all here and that they are okay with this, that they are ready for me to go. And I know you're never going to be ready for him to go, but you understand what I'm trying to get at there?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay, that's interesting. Did he have false teeth by any chance?
No,
Something to do with his teeth. He's showing me the teeth.
his teeth.
I feel like I had pain in my teeth.
Well, he was quite swollen, his face. Yeah,
Yeah. That's why he showed me the disfiguring or the
he
disfiguration.
was disfigured. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. And as soon as you say that, he's like, I don't want you to remember me that way. I don't want you to remember me that way. I want you to remember me the way that I was. You guys were married for some time, hey? Because
We were.
he shows me
Yeah,
like, I don't know if it's 20 or 30 years. I can't even see you, so I have no idea how old you are.
30. Yeah, mold. Yeah, we were married for over 30 years.
Please know he's okay on the other side, and the actual passing was very quick for him. He's showing me again. He was also cremated
Yes, yeah,
because he
he
shows
was.
me the urn, but I feel like it's spread out. So I don't know if that means that more than one person has some of his ashes. You laid them to rest somewhere, or you've been thinking about spreading his ashes because he showed me thoughts. He showed me the urn, and I see thank you, thank you, thank you. Who does, how do you understand that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's all good.
His ashes were spread over, um, some of them, yes, overseas. And I did share some of them with his sisters and my daughter. So, yeah, they're everywhere.
He's thanking you for
That's,
that.
yeah,
He said you made all the right choices and decisions around his passing and that he's not gone. He's still with you. See, sometimes you guys have to understand if they save you to the end, it's because they want you to hear every single message that was delivered before this because they pertain
yeah,
to you as well.
right. I
The dimes,
appreciate that.
the dimes and the nickels are just a drop in the bucket of how much this man has been communicating with you ever since.
I was just telling Melissa actually that I never find dimes or nickels or pennies or feathers, and I look. So maybe that's just not his way.
No, he said that he sends toonies and loonies. Where do you live? Are you in Canada?
Yes.
They'll use any coin they can get their hands on. And I
Uh-huh.
see them coming out of the dryer.
Oh, good. I'll go look.
Set that down. Now, when you talk about your daughter, He put the white blanket around her shoulders, which is my sign for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues here in the physical world. Now, he could just mean that this was really hard for her to deal with as he transitioned the physical world, but he's very much watching over her as well. How do you understand that?
Well, they were very, very close. I 100% know he's watching over her. Yeah, definitely.
He's painting the fence. Um, I don't know what that means.
Well, he tried to fix the fence not long before he passed, and I wouldn't let him because he had to get on a ladder. So yeah, he was trying, and we had to call it because that wasn't safe for him.
So that was that her fence or yours?
Mine, but we all lived in the same home at the same time.
And have you finished it now since he passed?
Yes, yes.
So, and you finished it after he passed?
No, I finished it before. It just needed repairs that he was trying to do, and I did before.
It's funny because I feel like he wants to help you with this. Like the fact that you're doing it, I can feel him being like, no, 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 that's my job.
Yep, for sure. That's him.
And then he put a fire pit outside. Do you have a fire pit in your backyard?
No, no,
He's chopping wood, he's smoking fire. Like there's fire, do you guys camp?
no, no.
I'm telling you, I've
We,
seen him chopping wood.
hmm, hmm. I can't see that. He was a city guy.
Maybe he's talking about the cottage, Darlene.
Maybe, yeah.
What is this? What? Thank you, Melissa. What is that? As soon as you said that, he's like, see, she knows.
Yeah, we just went ice fishing and we had a fire on the ice too.
Oh,
Stop.
we did, yeah. He wasn't there, but we did.
He was there.
You got to
Oh,
understand. See, this is what I'm talking
I'm
about,
thinking
Darling.
about, okay, got it. Yes,
They will bring up things going on in your life that I can't
right.
know, so you know he's there. And they don't change the
Oh,
message just because I don't understand it.
right. I'm picturing that he was there physically. So thank you, Melissa. Yes, we did just chop wood and have
Have a
fires.
fire. This is what I mean. I can't know that. He knew that. He was there with you. He's not missing
Ah,
a beat of it. Sew that down. Do you garden?
yes.
Because he said that he sends you butterflies, dragonflies, bees, things like that have to do with the garden. How
Well,
long, how long has he been on the other side?
um, almost 4 years.
So he's showing me too. So it feels like a couple of months or a couple of years after he passed, you would have done something with the garden and he surrounded you with dragonflies, butterflies, or bees, something like that.
Yeah, that does make sense because I redid the backyard 2 years after he passed, and I have had an abundance of all of those ever since. So,
When spirit wants you to know that they're around, they have to line you up with the sign or the symbol that contains the message they're trying to give to you. Now, butterflies and dragonflies have a very important meaning here. And the meaning is this. So, you know that the butterfly symbolizes transformation. Whoops. Or I don't know if you know that, but that's the basic meaning is that they transform. But the butterfly starts out as a caterpillar crawling along on the ground, and then they make a cocoon and they metamorphosis into a butterfly. And their wings bust out of that cocoon and fly up here. But to all their caterpillar friends on the ground, to them, they see that cocoon and they're like, he's dead. He's not dead, he just grew wings.
wow. That's
That's the name
nice.
of my next book, by the way. They're not dead, they just grew wings.
Oh,
And
nice.
that's why he sends you those signs. He's given you
Oh,
electroculture, though. Do you know what electroculture is?
no.
What do you grow?
Um,
Flowers?
flowers, food.
So if you want the biggest crops or yields that you've ever had in your entire life,
Mhm.
Look up electroculture. It's really easy. Copper
Okay.
wire and wood. So you can go on Amazon and buy them already pre-made, or depending on the size of your garden, you get a wooden pole or a wooden stake. You wrap it with copper wire and you stick that in the ground of your garden. And what that will do
Okay.
is it will electro whatever the ground. I'm not going to have the proper words here because I got black thumbs. I just Spirit has trained me in that. Look it up when you're done. But what it does is it produces 3 times the size of whatever you are growing. So you will have the biggest flowers on the block. You will have the biggest zucchinis you've ever seen in your life, for example. Whatever it is you are growing, look up electroculture because he's going to help you with that.
Okay, I will.
He's thanking you for talking to him all the time. He says, I hear you. I hear you every day. You're talking about me. You're thinking about me. And after all these years, he's still in your thoughts every single day. And that's because he's right beside you every single day. Your heart is your sensor. So you're not just simply remembering him, he's speaking to you.
Aw.
He's got the dog as well. He showed me a dog. Did somebody lose a dog? Feels like he's been there for some time. How do you understand that?
Cat.
It's a cat?
No, I'm a baby. I had a dog that I loved, and I had to put her down after he passed. She wasn't well.
Got yeah. See, unfortunately, I can't see you, so if I could see that you were emotional, I'd be like, oh, okay. I just didn't realize for a second there. I thought you didn't understand. He's like
I'm an
telling me,
emotional
slow
person.
down. That's
No,
okay.
I'm an emotional person, but yes, that's so good to hear because we always said that. Oh, the dog's with him now, you know.
He
Yeah, he
absolutely is.
loved that dog too.
You know, our pets are very often our spirit guides, hey? When we incarnate into this world, we incarnate with many forms of spirit guides. And one form of spirit guides are our pets. So, what they
Yeah.
do is they incarnate into this life. They live 10 or 15 years, however long that a dog lives, and then they exit the physical body. And when you're ready, they reincarnate again into another animal and make their way right to you. And you will
Oh,
feel that similarity of that dog. You'll get another dog and you'll be like, you remind me so much of the dog before.
uh,
It's the same dog. That's why.
well, my daughter's going to be pretty happy that the dog's with him.
When you're ready to get another one, because here's the thing, you can't outrun your spirit guide. And usually they find you. And I'm a perfect example of this because when my beloved cats died, I was like, I'm not doing that again for a long time. I can't handle that. My heart is just broken. And then next thing you know, a friend of mine from Edmonton calls me up and she has this little black and white kitten. And she's like, you need
Yeah.
a kitten? I'm like, on my way. I drove to Edmonton 6 o'clock in the morning. And it is the exact same cat as the one that I lost 2 years prior.
Oh, oh, that's nice.
But I feel like it's coming to her. Interest.
To who?
Your daughter.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Did Melissa tell you to come here today? Because he just thanked her.
Yes.
I don't know your relationship. I just know that as he's starting to pull his energy back, he goes, please thank Melissa for me. Thank her for getting you here because he's
Yes.
to let you know that he's okay and he's still with you for a very long time.
Yeah, he was like an uncle to her.
He's giving out tools. Did he have tools here that he left behind?
Oh my God, he had tools. I gave them all out. Yep, he had tons of tools. Tons. I
He's,
shared them with all his nephews and, my daughter and myself. But yeah, I gave them all away.
he knows you did that and he's thanking you because now they all have a piece of him on the other side.
Well, that's nice.
Mm. He loves you so very much. So this is one of those signs that it drives me nuts. Sometimes they say the same thing to everybody and I can't help it, but He's giving you a rose as well. But I'm feeling like I'm going to May. I don't know if it's because it's Mother's Day or if there's another special day there or what that means. How do you understand May? And then a honk. So I know I'm on the right path here.
Yeah, he passed away in May.
God, yeah. So he said, I don't ever want you to think about that as my death day ever again because that just brings you pain. I want you to know that I have 2 birthdays now. I have one where I was born on earth and I have another one where I was born in heaven. But I'm not gone. I'm still with you, just in a different way.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it.
He loves you very, very much. He's pulling his energy back. I hope that was
Okay,
helpful.
thank you. Yes.
You're so welcome. Okay, he's like, now we're bringing in Melissa. Sorry, guys. He's like, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 birds, 1 stone. Kind of giggling about that. There's a woman with him, though, when I start connecting to you, Melissa. Who do you want me to connect to?
My grandmother.
See, I know it. He's bringing her forward, but he first wants to let you know that he loves you very much. And he's, again, thanking you for bringing his wife here.
Absolutely.
Your grandma just hugged you. Who hugged you? Oh, interesting. She just goes, and you finally got it right. I know I've read for you before. Do I usually call her your mom?
Yes, you do.
Because you know how I know that? Because she's like, you finally got it right. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you always call me her mom. It's
Yeah,
because she's got such a strong mother figure energy around her.
she definitely does. Yeah.
Are you trying for a baby? She showed me the window open.
So we were going to try, and then we decided we're going to book a trip and maybe try on the trip.
Gotcha. Request accepted is what I heard. They heard your
Perfect.
thoughts. She's not missing anything. When you say we're going on a trip, she's like, yeah, me too. Me too. She's got her bags packed.
Oh, I bet.
But you have a little one now, don't you?
I do.
And he's walking. It's a boy, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
She's
And
talking
he
about
is
him
walking.
walking. She said he
Yeah.
kind of skipped the walking. He went from crawling to running.
Uh, Not really. Like he walked with a walker for a very long time, but now he uses the walker to like sprint.
That's what she's showing me.
Yeah. But I actually, now that you say that, I made a video of him, the transition from his crawling to walking with a walker to walking on his own. So that makes total sense.
Aw, she's not missing any of it. She said he's big for his age.
He is, yeah. He's very tall.
She loves watching you be a mom, my girl. Loves watching you be a mom. And she's talking about sending. See, this is what I mean. Once I've read for them before, I can tell if I've read them for them before because they don't come through and tell me how they died every single time. They will change up the messages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And slow that down. She's talking about sending you money. She's glad that you're staying at home. So you're not working or you're working from home?
I do work from home. I work 2 days in office and 3 days at home.
Now is
But it's
mom.
funny you say that she's sending me money because the last time I spoke to you, you said that she was going to send me money, and I actually went to the casino and I won $5,000. So I literally said before I won, Grandma, send me some money. And sure enough, I did the spin and I won the jackpot. So
She's like, see, I'm not dead. I'm right here. I can make it happen. It's funny because then your uncle or whoever that guy is, Darlene's husband, he's like, you're listening, right, babe? You're listening. I'm not dead either. Hmm. She was watching over you. Were you just sick very recently?
I'm actually sick right now, and so is my son.
Yeah, because she put the white blanket around your shoulders and showed me that it's getting better. But she's been watching over you while you've been ill. I keep hearing je t'aime mon chéri, je t'aime mon chéri, je t'aime mon chéri. Do you know if she spoke another language? Because when I hear my French grandma starting speaking that in my head, it means there's a connection to another language.
No, she did not speak another language, but I know that Roger did speak French.
Hmm. That's the old
So,
guy.
yeah.
Do you know what Je t'aime ma chérie means?
Yes, I'm French.
Oh,
Yeah.
the other side of the family.
Yes.
Aw, set that down. Did you guys just get family pictures done? Or is
Mm,
she talking about vacation? So you're taking your little one with you, yeah?
no, no, we're not. But we actually just went ice fishing when we had the fire at the cottage, and we all took a picture of all of us together.
That would be
So I
what
don't
I'm
know.
seeing then. Because I
Yeah.
saw a trip of some sort and a family picture of some sort.
Well, we are actually all booking a trip together as a family, and I'm sure we'll be taking a family picture there. So that makes sense.
She said, make sure that you'd ask her for some money again because she loved that. She loved that you told everybody about that. She loved that she was the hero of the day and that everybody knew she was not dead.
Oh, yeah.
She's funny. She like, see, I still got it. I still got it. Why is she moving your furniture around? She's like moving your coffee table around. Is it because he's walking? Like she's putting the.
We actually got rid of both of our, well, not rid, but we put them in storage because, yeah, I didn't want him to bang his head. And we actually just moved the one in our basement also in the storage because he's been playing down here.
Got ya. So she knows that you did that. I can't know that. The other thing she's saying is that you can put, she's showing me a hack from, I had a lot of kids when I was younger. I have 4 kids. And one of the things that we did for those coffee tables is you take a pool noodle and cut it and then just slip it over the corners and stuff. You can do that on door frames as well so that it doesn't pinch their fingers. She's like, oh, he's all boy, isn't he?
Oh, he definitely is. Yeah. He's going to be like his dad.
Oh, she likes his dad. She's like singing Mighty Good Man for him as well. So glad that you found a good one, is what she said.
Yeah, she did. She loved him for sure.
Oh, sweetie. She's like, I've read for you before, and unless you have anything specific, then she's gonna kind of pull her energy back. I'm like, you have nothing else to say? She's like, I got lots to say, but hold on a sec. I feel like you're very good, in very close contact with her every day already. You feel her connections with you. All of the signs and symbols I was just giving to everybody else, she's like, you're an expert at this now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. I just want to know if she's like looking over my grandpa that's going through some health issues.
No, when you say that, she's like, of course. I feel like I've got a gurgly chest or something. Um, and my back hurts. And there's some spinning thoughts as well. Is he starting to come into dementia, Alzheimer's, or how do you understand the spinning thoughts?
He is getting quite confused, and the chest would probably be that the bladder cancer has now spread to his lungs and his lymph nodes in his neck.
Yeah. So she knows that he's having that pain and whatnot. And when you asked that question, she showed me the hand, which is my symbol that his face will, or her face will be the first one he sees. He sees when he's ready to cross over. I don't see it being right now, just so you know. Thankfully, they don't tell me when they're going to pass. But they do validate that it is coming up in, I don't feel it like tomorrow or anything. Like she's showing me that you're free to take these trips and he's not going to pass on you while you're gone. Um, but that she is very much watching over him. It feels like there's a walking issue now too, because I can feel like she's taking me, maybe not the back, but like the hip or lower area. Do you understand that?
So, yes, he actually has like a kind of catheter that's put in a hole in his back that goes into his kidney, because he has lots of fluid in there. So he's been very uncomfortable with that. on
Got
his
it.
body. Yeah.
So she knows. She's doing everything she can to let him know that she's around. And she said, just so you know, you are psychically gifted enough that if she needs you to know, if something's going to happen with him, she will let you know. Remember, her voice sounds like a thought that interrupts the rest of your thoughts. So unless you get some sign or symbol that's big or some pounding thought in your head that says, right now, right now, right now, right now, then you know he's okay.
Okay. Good to know.
Now she's pulling her energy back. I hope that was helpful, hon.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Oh, ladies, I'm so thankful that you guys are still here. I know that we're going over, but I'm getting to everybody. And Karen and Caitlin, it's not an accident that I'm saving you guys for the end because I know you're both in a similar situation here, kind of. So, Jesse, I think that's your name because I don't have my glasses on. I'm coming to you, hun. I just heard it's about time. I don't know if you were thinking that or if that came from your loved ones. Can you still hear me, hon? You got to take your mute off. There we
I
go.
think it's me. I'm Josie.
Oh, Josie. Sorry,
Yes.
I
Is
don't have
that
my glasses
it?
on, so.
No, it's okay. I'm just wondering if there's a Jesse by accident somewhere in here.
Nope, that's you. It was
Okay.
definitely you that I was talking to. It's just that I'm blind as a bat when I don't have my glasses on.
All good.
Who do you want me to connect to?
My grandma or grandpa on my mom's side. Sorry for the lighting.
No, don't be sorry. Your grandparents on your mom's side, you said.
Yeah, the Belek. Bernard and
You have a lot
Yolande.
of souls on the other side. You know that? Well, obviously, you would know. But it's when they step forward, they pushed a bunch of people back. Like it took me off for a second there. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of people stepping forward. And they pushed
I
them
don't
back.
know.
They're like, it's our
Yeah, I
turn.
don't know. I don't know a lot. I didn't know my grandma or grandpa, but I've heard lots about them, and
The two
I
that
like
you
to
asked to
know.
step forward.
Yeah.
Okay, let's connect and see what they have to say. Because I just see two people like this holding hands. You asked for them both to come forward, so they got each other's hands. They're making sure nobody else gets through, that it's just them that you hear. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. They feel, just so you know, feel so privileged that you asked them to step forward. I just feel like I won the lottery, that kind of energy. They're showing me a bit of distance or space in between their passing. So when they show me that, it feels like one passed some time before the other. Now, again,
Yeah.
a year can feel like 20 or 20 can feel like one, especially when they're as in love as they are. They show me the heart going around the two of them, which is my symbol for healing and reconnection. And so thankful to be reconnected on that side.
Yeah, from what I heard, my grandpa passed first, and then a couple years later, my grandma did.
Your grandma was so happy to be on the other side. Not that she wanted to leave everybody here, but she loved that man so much. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Now, I see distance or space again. Are they from a different town or a different place than where you are at right now?
Yeah, I'm originally from Ottawa, and I believe that's where they were raised and lived.
And where are you now?
I'm in Edmonton, actually.
So they know they're, this is the beautiful thing about spirit is that they're with their family in Ottawa and with you here in Alberta. They're like,
Good.
we're not separated by the physical body. The physical body can only be in one place at the time, but they can be in all places at the same time. I hear wedding bells around you. Are you married?
I'm actually planning a wedding, my wedding.
I'm telling you, I can hear the wedding bells. They're talking about this. And this is what I mean when I say they save you till the end for a reason. Because she wanted you to hear, they wanted you to hear everything, all of the different signs and symbols that Spirit delivers, because they want to help you with that. So you got to give them something to do. She's like, put me in charge of the flowers. I'll get you a deal on that. Those things are
Yeah.
expensive. Have you already started looking at flowers?
Um, no, not yet. We're just talking to a wedding coordinator, figuring out the prices and all that fun stuff. I was thinking my brothers could be the flower girls, so
Are they just little?
no, one of my brothers are 23 and the other I think he's 29.
Because when you said that, they started laughing and they're like, you see how what great of humor we have?
Is it's because they're really funny, my brothers. One is gay and the other is just very like funny. Yeah, outgoing.
They love that. They love the creativity of it. But again, they're reminding you to ask them to help you with it. Not because you can't do it on your own, but because if you
Yeah.
say, "Okay, grandma, you're in charge of the flowers," and then when you go looking for flowers, you get the best deal you've ever seen in your life, like 80% off, or someone shows up and says, "I'll do it for free." Then it's mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance, and you know that they are there for that wedding, participating, not just observing from somewhere else, but they're there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is this mom's parents? I think you said it.
Yeah.
They put the white blanket around mom's shoulders, which is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. Now, I don't know if they mean that the wedding's stressing mom out or she's just under a bunch of stress or health issues right now.
Yeah, health issues.
So they're watching over her for that. She's like, talk about the rock.
Yeah. The Rock.
The rock. You got one good ring then, I guess, hey? Because she called it a rock.
Yeah, I get a lot of compliments for it. It's a pretty it's a cute rock.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, that is beautiful. They want you to know that they helped your husband pick that out. They're already calling him your husband. They helped him pick that out. You
It
helped him
was
pick it out
tricky.
too. Pardon?
It was tricky because I told him simple but sweet, but then my sister wanted to gift her wedding ring, which I thought was too much. So this one is perfect.
That's what I mean. They will make something happen that might seem mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. Just because you may not have known them very much in the physical world doesn't mean that they don't love you just as much as if they were still here. They do. It doesn't change just because they passed before you were born or when you were little, however that works. It's like this. If you have a baby today, knock on wood, this is just an example, but if you had a baby and then you passed away the next day, and that baby grows up and has children, are you going to watch over them and love them just as much as if you did if you were here in the physical world?
Yeah.
That goes for you too. That goes for them. They have watched over you your entire life.
Yeah,
Did
I
you?
just want to be
Sorry?
proud and stuff. I just want them to be proud and stuff. Just I think the reinsurance or something.
You didn't tell me you were getting married. They did. First thing they said. Very
Yeah.
proud of you. Did you used to wear your hair in braids when you were a kid?
Yeah, or Lulu's. It's two ponytails. My sister made my braids. Used to do my braids a lot.
See, this is what they're showing me when you were a kid. And I'm like, well, okay, every girl has braids, but that is more specific as to why they would bring that up. She is very proud of you, honey. Um, and she's proud that you're if you're not a mother already, you're about to be. Do you,
I want kids in the next year, so.
I was gonna
But
say,
I'm a kid to my dog.
Because she's like, I'm so excited for you to be a mama. I'm so excited that you're going to be a mama, the way I heard that. So they're already getting to know the children on the other side, and she's reassuring you, don't worry, they will come. They will come. She likes that you're doing it in order, marriage and then babies. She's a little
Yes.
old-fashioned. She also keeps talking about your career, that she's very proud of you for what you do for work. I see the white coat, which just means that you help people. How do you understand that?
Um, I like to help people, but my career is actually loss prevention. So I arrest people that steal. And recently I went on a blitz and I tried my best to help my partner. I tried to protect him because something happened. So yeah, I try to help.
You help more than you realize. Um, Whatever that happened with your fiance, your grandfather showed up and showed me the shotgun. He was there to back you up. The shotgun is my symbol for protection. Slow that down.
My
They are
husband's
also
perfect.
speaking another language. Like I'm hearing Je t'aime, mon chéri for you as well.
Yeah, I'm French. My family's French. My grandma and grandpa were full on French.
Isn't that funny? All the Frenchies are coming in at the end. I can say that because I'm a Frenchie. Oh. They're so happy for you that you're moving on with your. It's interesting the way they keep saying that because it feels like you went for some time thinking, am I ever going to find the right one? Am I ever going to find the right one? And then, boom, it feels like you guys have only been together for a year, maybe two tops.
Yeah, it feels like that, but we've actually been together for almost 7 years.
Wow. Because you know how when you're in the beginning of a relationship, there's all that infatuation and like the
Yeah,
honeymoon stage. You guys are still in that honeymoon stage.
yeah, I never died.
Loves it. Why did she give you a vacuum? Is yours broken? Do you need a new one?
Um, the vacuum I had was too heavy, so my husband bought me a vacuum just like my sister, where it's just without the cord.
Was that
So,
recently? Not long ago?
when we moved in, he bought it for me.
It's one of the reasons why she loves him, that he's taking very good care of you. It's interesting because it's like he takes good care of you, so they're going to take good care of him in return. They will be at your wedding, just so you know. So you have other family members trying to come through as well, on dad's side. But it feels like I'm going up. Like, are your grandparents on dad's side still here?
No, they passed away, but I was not close to them at all because I don't think they his mom was very mean, so I never really knew them.
Interesting. I can feel them there as well. That could be one of the reasons why when these grandparents stepped forward, they were pushing the other guys back because they know that maybe they weren't the people that you wanted to connect to, but do know that when they exit the physical world and they go into spirit, they're instantly in love, light, and peace, that they have to go
Oh,
through the life review, which is where they see their life through everybody else's eyes, and that they're not still in that energy of hurt people, hurt people. They're healed people on the other side, and they love you too. You have way more love on that side than you realize.
okay. That's interesting.
The dog that
Wondering
you,
if my grandma and grandpa has. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm curious if they have a message for my mom or my sister.
Well, first, I'm going to pass on the message about your dog. She said that she's watching, this grandma is saying that she watches over the dog when you're not at home. And it feels like, I don't know if that's anxiety issues or where you go with the dog, but she's watching over the dog when you're not there to keep her company.
Okay, good, because I always worry when she's alone because she has separation anxiety.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah. So I always try to rush out of work and go see her.
So know that when you're not there, your grandma sits with her and keeps her calm.
Okay, good.
Now, about your mom, she said to tell your mom to take a breath, to get into an energy of joy because she's very stressed out. She brought this up earlier, was putting the white blanket around mom's shoulders, talking about that stress or anxiety issues. And you can't get to health and happiness with anxiety. You have to be able to do something that will raise your vibration to happiness. Otherwise, because your heart is your frequency. So the emotion stands for energy in motion. The energy you are projecting with your heart is the energy you are going to line up with. That's why if you get up in the morning and you stub your toe and then you spill your coffee all day long, you go in that energy. That's how it works. You set the tone in the morning when you wake up. And so if you wake up in stress, you're thinking about stress, you're feeling stressed, you're talking about how stressed you are, the universe goes, she wants to be stressed, send her more stress. And you will just line up with that all day long. So they're saying that she needs to do something to change that energy in motion and focus on something happy for a little while. Does that make sense?
Yeah, she's stubborn.
And are your parents separated?
Yes. One lives in Ottawa, my mom lives here.
Because she showed me it's better that way.
Yeah,
She
it
put one
is.
there, one here. Mm. She loves you very much. She's glad that you came. And see, this is a lesson for everybody out there that thinks, I don't have anybody on the other side. Bullshit! Yes, you did. Just because you didn't know them so well here in the physical world doesn't mean they don't know you and love you every step of the way. Ask them to give you signs and symbols and ask them for help with things like your wedding and stuff like that so that when it shows up, you know it was them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I asked for help for a house and stuff. We're thinking of moving, but I'm not sure if it's the right decision or not yet. So,
So be specific when you ask that. Otherwise, she said you're not specific enough yet. You're asking for a house that would be, see, sometimes people will say, I just want a house that's going to make me happy. That's going to make me happy. Well, go into a restaurant and order happy food. See how that works out for you.
well, we
Because
just moved, so we were looking for a house. We checked out today in Devon and Calmar, I mean, so we're not sure yet.
be specific, because if you're specific, then it's easy to know if you're sure or not sure, right? So if
Hmm.
you know that you're looking for a 3 bedroom with main floor laundry and a small backyard and a certain price, and then you go look at a house and it's got all of those, then you're sure, you know. But if you're
Yeah.
not sure what you want, then you're never going to feel sure. So you've got to dial into what you want and then they will connect you with it. And when you go see it, you will know. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna let her pull her energy back, but I hope that was helpful.
Yes. Thank you so much, Tracy.
You're welcome. Okay. Karen, I'm coming to you. Interesting. Okay, I'm coming to you. I think it's your mom that's on the other side because there's a lady that just jumped in my face. As soon as I said your name, she's like, finally! Is it your mom that's on the other side?
Yes.
Is that who you wanted to connect to?
Sure.
You say sure. Did you have somebody else in mind?
No. Well, her or Wheezy, my friend. Oh, I can't see you. Her or Wheezy, whichever one wants to come.
They're both coming through. Now,
Oh,
for you, do you have a question for them or a focus for them? And I ask you this for two reasons. One, they're showing me that there's a focus here. And if I don't know the question, it's hard for me to interpret the answer. Now, if I've read for you before, they don't come through and tell me how they died again and again and again. You know what I mean? So if you've got a focus, I get you to tell me the focus so that I can dive right into that and understand the answer.
um, I just need some strength. Like it just seems everyone's pissed off at me and yelling at me, and I'm putting up my boundaries. I really am, but it seems like the more I put my boundaries, the more I piss people off, and
Yeah.
I'm 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 done. I'm tired. I'm done.
I hear you, girl. I've had a crunchy few days myself. As you've seen in my posts, some of them have been like, piss off, people. That's how I deal with those feelings, is I make these funny little reels and they make me feel better. The thing about boundaries is that when you put them up, you are going to get reactions to them. But that is just showing you that that was the correct thing to do. Because the people that mind, or the people that matter don't mind, and the people that mind don't matter. Let me say that again. The people that matter don't mind, and the people that mind don't matter. But see, you've been used to weighing their opinions above your own for a very long time, and it feels uncomfortable when you're in that situation of having to put your feelings above everybody else's. You know what
I
I mean?
know. Go figure. Hey.
Takes a little
Ah,
time. Your friend is like hugging you and talking about how proud she is of you. She's like, "Are you kidding me? You have done more to protect yourself and stand up for yourself in the last month than you have done your entire life." She is so freaking proud of you. It's not even funny.
all 5'2" of her.
Pardon?
Ah, all she was like 5'2", just tiny like you.
Feisty.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny because then she says that your husband was ready to beat someone up for you.
Yeah, my friend's husband, he's like 20 years older than her, and he's just cranky wanky. And I went over today, for example, and I knocked on the door instead of ringing the doorbell, God forbid. And so my friend came and gave me a hug. We're like sisters, and then he came and he goes, "Do you not know how to use the doorbell?" And he just was in my face. And then I parked in the driveway where he wanted to leave. So I just freaking parked down the street. And oh, he just, every time I go over, he's just screaming at me. And I'm ready to punch him. But you know what? Put a smile on my face, like, oh, golly gee, I'm so sorry. But it's like, why? And in our group of friends, I'm the only one he talks to like that. He doesn't talk to the other ones like that. So
Because they would talk back to him.
yeah,
And you haven't. You
I
have. See, what's going on is that they're helping you develop that thick skin. You understand?
But it's
That
too late. I've
no,
set the precedent already. I've let them talk to me rudely like 5, 6, 7 times, and now
it's
it's almost
not
like the
too late.
damage is done.
If you believe that, you are correct. But if the next time he claps at you like that, you clap back, he's going to shut his mouth. See, he's
Mm,
doing it because he thinks that you're weaker and he can get away with it. But the minute that you clap back, he will shut his mouth.
mm.
Life is giving you the energy that is necessary for you to find your voice.
God, they're coming at me like crazy.
Yes, because how else do you think you're going to find your voice if everybody's nice around you? Are you going to learn to speak back and stand up for yourself?
But I've got these ones that have already lost respect, like they're done. They
So who
don't want
cares
any,
what they think?
because it's a little community that we have, and I want nothing to do with them. I'm done. And I know what you said. Go there and be happy and throw your arms out and have the most wonderful time. Right?
Or
That's what
find
you
a
do.
new place to be happy.
Oh,
Sell it. Move
my
to a new
husband won't
one.
sell it. He won't sell it. He
If
loves
you
it.
refuse to go there, if you are crying and miserable the entire time you're there, he's not going to enjoy it very much.
Yeah.
See, part of the problem is, honey, you're lowering your emotional state of being, trying to put everybody else first. It's not that he won't sell it, it's that he doesn't understand how badly this is affecting you. You're not speaking up for yourself.
Was this a lesson to buy this place or what?
You're learning how to find your voice. So, for example, I'm going through a similar situation right now. Just this morning, I decided to completely tank my old Instagram account because A, it's shadow banned to high heaven, and B, the people that I have blocked and deleted from my life are stalking me on there. And it's very uncomfortable when you know that the people that hate you are watching for you to slip up just one tiny
Mm-hmm.
little thing. You know what I mean? I have like over 1,500 people that follow me on that Instagram account. Do you think I'm going to think twice about ending it? Nope.
No.
There's like 5 followers on my new one. I don't give a damn. I would rather have 5 people that love me and care about me than 1,500 that wouldn't piss on me if I was on fire. This is about teaching you how to stand up for yourself. You don't learn how to stand up for yourself if you're around a bunch of people who accept you.
Yeah.
Just like it's teaching me how to get my algorithm working, how to do better business, how to do social media. I don't enjoy the process either. Let me tell you, it kind of frickin' bites. The quicker you figure it out, the quicker you get through it. The quicker you get through it, the more you will never have to go through that ever again. This too shall pass, your mom keeps
Mm.
saying. You are stronger than what you believe, but you've got to find that voice. So, for example, if you park in the driveway and your friend, let's do that scenario, friend. Again, you come to the door and you knock instead of ringing the doorbell, and he's like, "Don't you know how to ring the doorbell?" I would say, "Don't you know how to be fucking polite? What's your problem, you cranky son of a bitch?" You think he's gonna say
Yeah.
anything back to you?
No.
Exactly. Find your voice. If you don't find that voice, people are going to walk on you for the rest of your freaking life.
I know, and I'm done. I'm so done. I'm done.
You have to be done in order to find that energy to do what you need to do. Because if you're comfortable, you're not going to step outside of your comfort zone, are you?
No. No. And you keep saying that again and again. I'm just not doing it. But I think
It
today's it.
becomes, it gets to the point where it's like, how painful does it have to be before you're willing to make the change?
I know. Yeah.
But once you make the change, for example, I put my foot down and I said no more live readings for a long time. And I
Mm-hmm.
went like 4 months and did no live readings. And then I did a reading and I said, okay, you guys, from now on, if you start sharing my stuff, I will do the live readings. But this is my goal. You got to get to 100 posts. Just today, right before we started here, Facebook shot me a message and said, we're shooting your message out to more people now. We got your algorithm
Oh.
going because it's working. But if they didn't shadow ban the shit out of me, I would never have done that.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
had to find my voice too.
So it's
Once,
like being nice, but being smart about it.
exactly. See, there's a difference between being nice and being kind.
Yeah.
Jesus was kind, but he wasn't always nice.
No.
There's a time and a place for nice, and there's a time and a place for honesty. And if you are being bullied, the only way to help you is to teach you how to help yourself. Otherwise, you're going to wait for the rest of your life for somebody to come to your rescue.
And they're not going to. I have to be there for me.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
Okay.
She just said, pull a card for her and show her what's going to happen if you find your voice and you clap back to that cranky son of a bitch. Excuse my language, but your friend is feisty, just so you know.
Oh, he's just a little ass.
What's going to happen if she finds her voice and she claps back? Show me. Oh, that is so awesome. Okay. So it's funny because it's hidden by the moon card. The moon card shows you that you can only see what's right in front of you. So clapping back is scary to you because you can't see what's going to happen there. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Look what's behind it. I call this my Amazon card. Now, this is a very important energy for you to understand because what this card means, Three of Wands, is it's a man. I know my camera sucks and it's hard to see, but it's a man standing on a hill. It is the three, yes. Man standing on a hill. There's water out here. He's standing here and he's waiting for his ship to come in. It means you have placed your order. I call it my Amazon card because you paid for it, you placed for it, you shopped it, you figured out what you want. Now you're just standing here waiting for it to come in. What is hidden is that you are waiting for your ability to be in the place where you are wanted and loved and needed, right? You've done a lot of the work. You have been working on it. When you say I haven't done it yet, yes, you have. You're
I've done
waiting for
lots.
it to line up for you. So that's why it's like waiting for your ship to come in. And the energy on the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles, which is work. It does feel like work, but it is working for
It
you.
is work.
Look at this. I knew there was something behind that. This card, the Queen of Wands, this is the energy that you're going to feel after you clap back, which is much deserved. You're not going out and picking fights with people who are innocent. You're just clapping back to the people that are being mean to you. And it brings about this energy. The Queen of Wands is very confident. She's passionate. She's sexy. She's popular. She is in a very dynamic energy. You have a very friendly, loving energy that people who are miserable can't stand, because people who are miserable can't stand happy people. It's not you. It's that they're jealous of you. So when you learn to protect yourself, this is the energy that you embody everywhere you go. Does that
Well,
make sense?
yes. Yes. Totally, totally. Yeah. I want my enthusiasm back. Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
mom just gave you a coffee.
Oh, I have her coffee cup.
Oh,
I have her coffee cup that we used to have coffee in. So I've just started to bring it down and use it. So yeah.
so she knows. So
Yeah.
when you're in that energy, talk to her. Because again, she sounds like a voice that interrupts the rest of your, or a thought that interrupts the rest of your thoughts. So when you're having your coffee, talk to her and say, Mom, your friend's like, get me a coffee cup. We'll have a three-way. Oh, she's funny. She's like the healthy kind that you can have with your friend and your mom. She's
Hmm.
funny. Anyway, she's like, so if you talk to them and you say, how do I handle this situation? Boom, you're going to have the thought come into your head. But you got to think about it. Ask them for their help and they will respond. They are not gone. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And stop being so strong for your husband, because that man loves you. I can feel it just through here. I can feel it all around you. And if he honestly knew how dramatically this was hurting you, he would not want to keep going back. The only reason he wants to keep going back is because he thinks you're overreacting a little bit because he hasn't seen your pain. Now, if you burst out in tears and start bawling your head off every time you're going to go there, he's not going to want to go anymore, is he?
No, no. And they're all nice to him because they know they can't talk to him like that. So they wouldn't even dare, you know. But yeah.
Find your power, honey. Find your power. You don't go pick the fight, but if they come pick it with you, finish it.
Well, yeah, and my doors are anointed and I did all that stuff. So
Then
so
that's kind of
they haven't
another
come.
reason why this will pick up, because
Mm.
the universe will send you the energies that you need to overcome the problem.
So the time has come, right? The time has come for this is happening for a reason.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that, because they've had enough of you being bullied. And the only way that you're not going to be bullied anymore is when you speak up for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much.
Just,
Thanks for
I hope
taking
that
me.
this helps when they say that once you speak out for yourself once, it's going to spread like wildfire all around the park. That don't piss off Karen this time. Woo, this is a whole new Karen that came back this year. You do not want to piss her off. And they will leave you alone. And you just might have the best season that you have had there yet.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, like I'm already doing that with our son and daughter-in-law and already sticking up and putting up my boundaries and they're ticked right off. And I went, too bad. Like this is me. And it's not like I'm doing anything horrible. I'm just doing just being strict but loving. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, this is
This,
interesting. It's been
this,
quite a year already. It's only month two.
I know. Welcome to 2025.
I know. It's
Everything's on
been,
hyperspeed.
I
The last
know.
thing they're saying is this too shall pass and you're stronger than you think you are.
Okay, thank you so much. And thanks for taking me again. I know I just saw you.
That's all good. It's all good. That's why I didn't have to make you connect because it was like I could feel them right there.
Thank you. You're wonderful. I love you lots.
I
Thank
love
you.
you right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Caitlin, my girl, it's interesting that you're the last one because I started at the very beginning, starting to pull some cards for you. Did you understand those cards in the very beginning, hun?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you have a focus for them?
I do. I just want to know. My parents are both going through some pretty scary health stuff, and it's been weighing on me pretty heavily. So I just want to make sure that they're with them and with us during this time.
As soon as you asked about that, I felt the pressure in my head. And somebody it's interesting, they're going through very different things, but I feel the pressure in my head and the tightness in my chest. And I have a grandfather coming forward, I believe. I don't know which one. Do you have two grandfathers on the other side?
I do have two grandfathers on the other side, but I'm holding I have a necklace with one of their ashes in it, and I'm holding it right now.
Isn't
It's
that
my mom.
interesting? Before you said that, he's showing me this, which is the one connection, very connected too. And then
Yeah,
he's showing me this. You're like, I'm wearing his ashes. He's like, yeah, we're connected.
yeah.
So one's having kind of mobility issues.
Um, I mean, my mom is going through a hard time. So my mom has multiple sclerosis, and additionally, she was diagnosed with stage 4 uterine cancer um, just a few months back. And for my father, he's got the cancer in his lungs and lymph nodes.
That's why I feel it in the chest. For your mom,
My,
believe it or not, I
yeah,
feel it in the head.
yeah. Well, they had to take her off all of her MS medication because it would interact with the chemo, which she's going through at the moment. So she's been off all medication, and she actually went for an MRI today because um, her vision is starting to get blurry on some days, and
Yeah, it's
they're
interesting that
trying
you
to
say
see
that.
what kind of medication they can put her on, essentially.
It's interesting that you say it's affecting her vision because I felt it here in my head. I feel it at the back of my head. I feel it in the head. So it does not
Yeah,
surprise me that it's affecting her vision now. The thing
yeah,
about MS is that when they do an MRI, you see all those little spots in her head. Yeah?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
He's very much watching over her. Um, and watching over you as well. He's saying, listen, honey, the worry is not going to help her heal. It actually, see, if you get up every day thinking about how sick she is and how sick dad is, then, and you're focused on that and you feel that energy and motion going out, then the universe hears, she wants them sick, make them sick. Do you know what I mean? So if you
Yeah,
get up every day in the morning and you're like, thank you for keeping them comfortable, thank you for doing whatever you need to do to get them through this, heal them if it's possible, but show me what to do in the moment to help them. That here's the thing, we don't get to choose when they exit and when they don't, when they transition to the other side and when they don't, unfortunately, and they will never tell me when that's coming up, A, because I don't want that gift, and B, because then that just makes you paranoid. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, of course.
But what they will do is let you know that they're with you in the moment. And if you tell them, listen, and here's what your grandfather is saying, is that part of the stress is that you don't know how to help them.
Yeah, I think like it's partially that. I think a big part of it for me is just like the unknown of it. And the fact that it's like both of them going through this at the same time. It's like kind of I'm just like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's just the fear of the unknown, I guess, and kind of feeling a little bit helpless. But I definitely do wake up every morning and just remind myself that the best thing I can do for them is to just keep taking the best care of their grandkids the way I have been and keep my head up and stay sober and all the things.
Sober.
So,
Just gonna say, your grandfather, before you said staying sober, he's like showing me this, which is my symbol for the quitting of an addiction. Um, and he's very, very proud of you. That is the best thing. That's the best gift you could ever give to them. If they know that you're healthy and stable here, they can focus on what they got to do. Just trust God in this situation. If it's their time, then they are going to transition. But see, again, they made you wait till the end because you heard all of the other stories of people whose souls step out of their body but do not suffer. Do you
yeah,
understand?
no, for sure.
He's like, can we talk about your house for a second? Mwah! He helped with that. Now, I do remember something about a move, but he
Yes.
loves that there's not just that. He said that you keep it so clean and he's so freaking proud of you.
I am constantly cleaning. Like, I mean, I know I'm home with the two kids, and obviously they keep me very busy, but I'm one of those that, like, if I sit on my couch, like, I'm not getting off of it. So I try to, like, in any downtime, if they're napping or if, like, they're just happy, content doing something, I'm always, every day I have little projects around this place. I'm
And
always
that's
keeping busy.
that's a huge milestone from where you were just a few years ago.
Oh, absolutely. For sure.
He's giving you a new toy box.
Oh, that's funny.
What does that mean?
Um, well, I guess you can look at it two ways. So I just moved all of my sons. Like my son had a play area on the main floor. And now that his little sister is loving rolling around and learning to want to crawl and stuff, I wanted to give her her own space on the main floor, a safe space. So I got her like this big play yard thing that she has more than enough room to play, and her crazy brother can't get to her. And I put a toy chest inside. It's like a fabric type one. Um, but he actually got it for my son for Christmas right before he passed away. Well, the Christmas
Stop.
before he passed away. Him and my mare had got it for Kaden. And I decided that that was the one I wanted her to use. So it's in her big play yard. And she, yeah, it's in there
That's
with her every
very
day.
specific message that he's watching over you.
Yeah.
That you're an amazing mom, and he's so incredibly proud of the way you have stepped up to handle this challenge. Because if he's like, do you remember that everybody said she couldn't do this? She wasn't ready for this, that this would be too much for her. Look at her knocking it out of the park like this is like easy.
Yeah.
He hasn't missed a beat, and he's so again proud of you. Are you thinking about going back to school now? Because he's showing me school.
Well, like I've been thinking about it. Like I really don't know what I want to do. My son's going to school in September, and so I'm like stuck. I'm like, do I want to? I know that I could work from home, like an office, and still have my daughter with me. But I'm also kind of contemplating like using the time while he's in school and my house is a little quieter to get some like online schooling done.
That's what I
Um,
see.
so that when I do go back to work, I'm going back to work like in a field that I would really enjoy. So, I mean, yeah, I've definitely been thinking about like school work, like it's all future plans.
I see the online stuff, and he's like, I will help you with that. And he's like, see, um, What was the exact words he used there? Give me a second. He's like, see, the best revenge is success. The fact that you are doing this on your own when everybody said that you couldn't is the best revenge you could ever ask for.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want revenge. I just want to be happy. Like, I
That's
do
the
believe that like you can be right or you can be happy, and like
yeah.
I don't care to be right. I used to. Don't get me wrong. I used to be someone who loved to argue and be right, but I just couldn't be bothered. I have like so much stuff going on in my life as well that like if it doesn't serve me purpose or happiness and it's not reciprocated, I'm just like not interested. You know, if it doesn't add value to mine and my children's life. But
Is
yeah, don't get me wrong. I used to love me a good argument. I've come a long way.
is baby getting some curls at the back of her hair? He's like showing me her hair that it's finally starting to grow. I hear finally.
Oh, no, there's no finally about it because she came out with a full head of hair, that one.
Do we have
But she has curls. She's always had curly hair, obviously more so when it's wet. But yeah, there are some little curls at the back of her head.
Are you putting it up now? Like,
Yeah, she wears a little bow.
did you get her ears pierced?
She did get her ears pierced. Her great grandmother wanted to do it as a Christmas gift for her. She came down from Edmonton and treated her to that for Christmas.
Is she
And
named
they've
after her
healed
grandma?
amazingly. She's named after my dad's mom, who's on the other side. Her middle name is Elizabeth.
As soon as you started saying that her great grandmother came forward and pierced her ears, the one grandmother showing me named after just like me, named after just like me. So she stepped forward and is saying thank you
Yes,
for that honor.
yes,
Sweetie, they are very much with you and that very proud of you as well. Um, Telling you to focus on what you can control right now. Let them worry about the other stuff. You can't control any of that. All you can do is pray for them and send them your love and healing. And trust me, when you get up every morning and say, thank you, God, for healing them. Thank you for giving them healing energy and showing me if there's anything I could do to help them. Thank you for showing me. And then focus on what you got to do. That is the best thing you could ever do for them. Because if you worry, it just brings more things to worry about.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, back to the babies. Are they getting, okay, two things. One, I see him giving a toothbrush to the older fella there, and something about baby getting teeth. She's 6 months old, did you say?
She just turned 8 months old on Valentine's Day, and um, she is definitely gonna get some teeth here. My son was not in much of a rush for his teeth to come out either. So she's taking her
Why
time.
does he
They'll come
keep
out.
giving him a toothbrush?
Oh, my son loves brushing his teeth. Like he'll follow me into the bathroom, and I swear to God, 25 times a day, this one will be like, "Brush my teeth," and he hops up on his stool and he just gets all fired up. So that's probably why, just because.
There's worse habits he could have.
Absolutely, yeah. I would like for him to adapt to the hobby of sitting on the potty when we go into the washroom, and I'm working on that.
How old is he?
He just turned 3 in December.
Oh, well, let me tell you. So I have 4 kids, and you can potty train them in a day.
Yeah.
In a day. Have I
I
explained this?
just got him some underwear with all the things he loves on them, and they got delivered a few days ago. And I asked a, I asked a family friend of mine if she would take my daughter for a night or two, a day or two, so that I could really focus on like a whole weekend, just him and I, one less distraction for me. And not, I don't want to call my daughter a distraction, like that sounds terrible to say, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. So
And so I could just really focus on that. Yeah.
can I share with you the method that I used that worked every time in one day?
Of course.
First thing, do not use pull-ups. Only for nighttime. Because what pull-ups do is that they keep the wetness away from them so that they don't feel it and then they don't care. Do you know what I mean?
No, for sure.
So what you do is you take them to the dollar store and you let them pick out a bunch of their favorite toys, $20 or $30 of all their favorite toys. And then you bring them home and you put them in a little bucket, not food. You don't want to relate food with this, but toys, right? And then
Yeah.
you tell them every time you pee on the potty, you get to pick one of the toys from this bucket. Every time you poop on the potty, you get to pick two toys from this bucket. And then you put them in their underwear and you get some little plastic pants. You know those swimming pants that you put them in, the little plastic ones?
Yeah, so the
Here.
underwear I got him, actually, like, he's gonna feel that he's wet, but there's a plastic on the outside of the underwear
Yes.
so that it won't go through, like, onto
Perfect.
my new couch.
That
And
works
so,
too.
yeah.
And then the trick is when he pees in that, because you'll put them on, he's going to pee them. You're not going to change him for 5 or 10 minutes. You're going to make him sit in that for a few minutes, not an hour. We're not talking like make the kid's skin burn or anything, but he's got to feel uncomfortable. It's got to make him uncomfortable. And you're going to let him sit in it for 5 or 10 minutes. And then you're going to change him. And he's going to be like, I want a potty thing. And you're going to be like, no, you peed in your pants. You can't have a potty treat, or a potty toy. So then the next time he feels like he's got to go pee, he's going to be like, gotta pee, because he wants the toys in the bucket. By the time, this is why I say you get $20 or $30 worth, because by the end of the day, he will pee in that potty so many times, it's not even funny. And by the time that bucket is all gone, he won't need the toys anymore. He'll be bored of them already, but he will be in the energy of using the potty, and it's not as hard as you think it is.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
It's a 1 day kind of thing.
Yeah,
Here's
for sure.
one little piece of advice that I forgot to tell my youngest one though. When they poop in the potty, make sure you tell them to lift the lid. It's kind of gross, but funny story. My youngest, he peed in the potty the whole time, but then I'm in my room one day, or that day that he was training, and he comes in, he's like, I did it, I did it, I did it. He was 2. He's like, I pooped in the potty, Mom, I pooped in the potty. So I went and I looked, he forgot to lift the lid. So sure enough, on the top of the lid, there was a little bit of pee and a big poop on the lid.
That's funny.
Make sure you tell him to lift the lid. But it's a 1 day, one and done thing. It's just do not put him in pull-ups during the day. Those are for nighttime and nighttime only.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Know that they're with you. It's going to be okay. They're incredibly proud of you and very much watching over the kids as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Tracy.
You're welcome. Thank you for your patience here. And
Well, thank you for staying late and getting to everyone.
I really enjoyed this group. It's not as fun for me if there's only 2 or 3 people. When there's like 10 people here, I love it. So it's awesome.
Well, thank you so much again.
You're welcome. Last thing, whose birthday's coming up April, May? Because he's giving you a rose and taking me to April, May.
No one, April, May. My daughter's birthday and my birthday were, she's on the 14th of June and I'm on June 15th. We're right next to one another. There's Mother's Day in May, but I can't think of anything else.
I think he was taking me to Mother's Day and talking about make sure you celebrate for you. Make sure you go get something for you for Mother's Day. Because, so baby's dad still isn't in the picture?
I mean, definitely coming around. He sent some things for Christmas for her and checks in on her, and obviously has like seen pictures. His mom, like my daughter's grandmother, will be coming down to visit her and meet her for the first time in March. So the whole family, like we've done a lot of FaceTimes and definitely coming around. It's not what I thought it would be in the very beginning.
But it's getting there slowly.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm very thankful that they check in on her, and like her father and her grandmother sent some Christmas gifts for her, and yeah, they're involved.
He's just so proud of the way that you're handling this. I got to say that. He's like, say it again, emphasize that. Because sometimes when people treat you really bad, we want to get back at them, right? And I don't feel that with you at all. They're saying,
Yeah,
just
no.
succeed, sweetie, just succeed, be the best mom that you can be. And everyone around you is seeing that. They're seeing that they told you not to do this, and look at you, you're knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Okay, definitely pulling his energy back. I hope that was helpful, hun.
Of course. Thank you again.
You're so welcome. Thank you all for being here. And those of you that stayed all the way to the end, thank you so much for coming. This was a fun evening for me. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. And I will see you guys again soon. Have a great night.
You too, Tracy.